I'm sick of you going down to that church playing with God. We went in there, we went outdoors, we started playing church. Sat down on the bottom step. My brother was a preacher, and we were the members in the church. And he put some old glasses and put them right here on his nose. And he said, I want you to jump up and shout Jesus 3 times. And I jumped up and I shouted Jesus 2 times. But when I jumped up the 3rd time, something got a hold of me. I couldn't sit back there and ran in the house. She said, Mama, so Charlene is out there playing with the Lord. Mom came to the door. But she looked out there and saw me shouting and dancing all over the backyard, tears running down my face. It's just a laugh. Mama looked out there and she said, she ain't playing this time.
Oh my God, I do hope and pray that your heart was truly blessed by that song. I remember Mama in a happy way. And let me say condolences to all those who you may have lost your mom. And I know it's a difficult time for you to say that you will be celebrating Mother's Day, but please remember, we continue to pray for all those who have lost their mom, their grandma, their mother-in-law, their stepmom. We continue to keep you in prayer as we celebrate Mother's Day. But one more from Shirley Caesar just before I take myself out of the way and make way for Spot On with Vernon Darby. This one is No Charge by Shirley Caesar. Can I say no charge? All the nights when I stood up with you, I didn't say pay me. I did it because I love you.
I want to dedicate to all of our young people by virtue of the fact that's what the United Negro College Fund is about. That is opening doors and making ways for young people to go to school. When I got ready to go to college the very first time, we didn't have any money. But God blessed me to go to Shaw University, right over there. Somebody ought to really clap your hands. And I've come tonight to tell all of our young people, do not accept no for an answer. Somebody's going to tell you that you're not capable of learning. Your head is too hard, your skull is too thick. But look at your neighbor and tell them the devil is a liar. Point your right hand at yourself and say, I can learn. And I am going to school. And so I want to dedicate this song tonight. Where's little David? Come here, son. I want to sing this song and dedicate it to all of these young people. I know y'all been getting into it, but I want to slow it down just a tad, because I want our young folk to know that when you add it all up, the cost of real love, it's not in the sneakers, it's not in the designer jeans. Hello, somebody. So I believe in bringing it right down front. But the cost of real love is no charge. My sister's little boy came into the kitchen one evening while she was fixing supper, and he handed a piece of paper he had been writing on. And so after she wiped her hands on her apron, she took the letter in her hands and she read it. And this is what it said. For more than y'all, $5. If I'm making up my own bed this week, $1. For going to the store, 50 cents. If I'm playing with little brother, mama, while you went out shopping, 25 cents. Now listen to this. Take it out the trash, $1. If you're getting a good report card, $5. If you're raking the yard, mama, $2. Total $14.75. Well, she looked at him standing. He had his hand open, waiting on some money. And 1,000 memories began to flash through her mind. So she picked up his pen and she turned his letter over. And this is what she wrote to that boy. For the 9 months I carried you, growing inside me, no charge. For the nights I stack up with you,
Praise the Lord and God bless you. This is Archbishop Wayne Jonathan Manning I from Omega Radio. We'd like to inform the listening audience that effective immediately, KLAS Radio is officially Omega Radio now. You are listening to Omega Radio. Tell everybody, the station where Jesus Christ is the star. God and Sports. Sensible. 89 FM, Jamaica. Tell a friend, call a friend, tell everybody. Praise the Lord and God bless you.
It's now time for Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk. Call us and let us have a discussion.
All right, then, greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Sports Desk for the very final day of the week. And I'll be flying solo today. We understand Zidane is under the weather and won't be in. The numbers, as you know them, 615-2841. 615-2841. And yeah, we're going up until 4 o'clock. Let's start. We already have calls, right? Give me a minute. Let's start with the Premier League last night. Now, there were light issues at Savannah Park yesterday, and that is now well known. Yeah, my boss. I'm hearing some other things. Yes, so it's well known that there were some lighting issues at Savannah Park last night, which is interesting because yesterday in the day we had on Dr. Bennett, the JCA president, talking to us about the new lights that have arrived in Jamaica for lights at Savannah Park. So the issue of lights at Savannah Park was on the sports desk yesterday. We were talking to the president. Of course, lights are being brought in not for football, interestingly, but for cricket. And we hope that the embarrassment that we saw last night will not be around for that test match when Australia gets here. That we wouldn't live that down. But there was something else at Savannah Park last night that I haven't heard a lot of people talking about. For no less than an hour, the man on the microphone, the PR person, was begging for a vehicle to be moved from in front of the ambulance and was getting absolutely nowhere with that. So even if the lights were great, that game, because apparently the referees wouldn't start or restart the game because the game was, it is when they had a break that the announcer started to talk about the car in front of the ambulance. And he was on it begging, pleading for more than an hour. and the referee wouldn't have started the game anyway. So while light was a factor, because at one point it looked as if, maybe the two teams would run it out. The light wasn't great, but at one point I thought it was playable. If the two teams really want, they could have played. But the two teams couldn't play because there was somebody blocking the ambulance for more than an hour. And the teams by then was getting cold or were getting cold. And by the time the ambulance, the car moved from in front of the ambulance, the whole vibes of the place, they just gone. Because we were there well over an hour walk up and down. And no football could be played. Now, so we had two problems at Savannah Park last night. One, the issue of lights, which you could say is not the organizer's fault. They don't build light. But for a vehicle to be in front of the ambulance, now that something could be done about. The ambulance must be in an area that can't be blocked. Now, that can't take rocket science. Tonight, we understand the games will be played at Stadium East, and I'm sure that part of it, the organizers will now take extra precaution not to happen. So even if we had the most brilliant lights last night, chances are that game would start or wouldn't be played because of that issue with the ambulance. One more. The more I talk to my cricket sources down the islands, is the more it appears that they are narrowing down the captaincy selection to a particular name, a particular all-rounder. I say, is it really Justin Greaves? Them want to get us something for Joe? The West Indies captaincy? Because I'm understanding that they have interviewed 6. But guess what? Very few people have them ears on the ground more than Andrew Mason in a West Indies cricket. So me basically want Andrew come talk. So I'll get him in a few. But we go back. We take the first call, right? All right. Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon, Mr. Higgins.
Mount Salem. How you doing?
Man. Where's the Zidane under the weather today?
Yes.
We are talking about. But Mr. Higgins, right now it's either even here and idea who get the captaincy for the West Indies right now.
Where's it? 6 or 1.5 dozen of the other.
You're not really big at the captaincy right now because half the team can't even make the team and merit anyway.
Oh, Lord.
So it is that bad. Yes, but yeah, before we really get now at calls we talk about. We see a lot of callers take on you and Zidane on the radio,
Yeah.
And while a lot of us come second in the argument when we take on one, why don't CC and Dwight have sound so silly?
I don't know. Good question.
Right. You understand? I want to understand the point of me I try to make.
Yes.
You understand? We take on one, but we at least we have our base argument we take on one. But sometimes the man take on one for something and then sound so silly. My advice, I can't tell you how to do it, but that's to make Dwight move on from this bowler business. When he come, at what ending will continue this? Make say win the argument and move on to something else.
No, man, I mean, I concede yesterday. I tell him that, okay, bowling is the bowler is a fielding position. So I that's my favorite fielding position, bowler.
Man, to move on to something else now, man.
Yeah.
But anyway, he no find man CC.
Yeah.
Yes, he did the light thing down at Savannah Park, Mr. Higgins. I know just Jamaica this lighting thing there. No. There's a game in the IPL we postponed because of this lighting too,
Yeah.
So I guess this lighting will come out. What going for this postponement, Mr. Higgins? With the general postponement in the IPL.
I don't know. When did this happen? Because I was at Savannah till late last night.
No, man, me say some war thing I go on to some game of a postpone, the IPL of a postpone.
Oh, with India and Pakistan?
Yeah. What go on? Is a fresh thing come up with this Kashmir thing again?
Boy, I'm not sure. I hear about this thing, but India and Pakistan always a war. I'm not sure what the latest issue is.
Yeah, but them always a war, but it's been a while, say postponement of sporting events.
Because of it.
Because of it.
Yeah,
So I wonder
right.
for something more major.
Like it more serious than that, man. Well,
yeah, that's what me I wonder. But I guess time will tell for these. But so what I'm saying is it stadium is definitely become here upon the news say switch from stadium is. Then
yeah,
me
man.
hear say might Sabina Park. Where the game will be? Because me say all free, me can't go into, you know.
Stadium is. My understanding stadium is 6 o'clock.
I'm free.
Free. Yeah,
right.
they gave me some tickets to give away yesterday. Them now have done for give away today. IPL suspended for a week. Pakistan postponed some games in Pakistan as well.
Yeah, man. Me have a second what Franco say yesterday, you know. Big call by G Star, you know. Yeah, man. He sound really good in the analysis list at the
he did.
At the basketball yesterday.
He did actually.
I think if you go back to being the guru that him saying is in the basketball, even though sometimes in Bramble for the same basketball.
I tell you something. Most of these callers will sound very rational and intelligent when they are not competing against me.
That's what I'm saying, but that's how me begin me call, you know.
You realize that the ones that usually sound not so bossy in them reasoning ability are the ones that usually trying to take me out.
But
because the positions I take, it's difficult to figure around them in my boss.
Right, that is true.
Yes.
But it's not just take your hand sometime, you know, and as me say, see, and do I chat to, then we come on and tell lie. Just we take your hand. Them
misquote and settings where we never say anything.
Then we tell lie to them, bail out and tell lie, and then get upset when other people tell lie.
All right, me no want to go that.
Yes. Well, me they go there, so because I choose. Me I go there. So I know you are good there.
They are going to say which.
They
are going to say which lie did they tell them.
Well, it is on record. Yeah, but the last quick thing.
No man, hold on. Them go. Me know CC listening now. I know Chateau listening now. I know what them are gonna say as a responsible host, Mr. Higgins. Somebody said we told lies, and you didn't even ask them what lies did we tell. So I have an obligation.
One of the lie we know CC tell is when he come out about the survey about Morocco.
Oh, that. Well,
yes.
I'm not gonna say it's a lie, but I find it interesting. That Morocco is
you.
He says there's a survey that says Morocco is the most passionate nation about women's football, but them ranked 60th. But them ranked 60th. That was a very weird conversation. So if you suspect his sources, yes.
Yeah, but the last quick thing before me go, the Boston Celtics series, Mr. Higgins, with New York. You think the Celtics can come back? Losing home court and 2-0 down away from home. What you see that series?
Celtics farmed the fool in the first 2 games, my boss. You're leading by 20 both times and make the man run you down and catch you. If Celtics decide that they'll not farm the fool, they are going to be winning some games in the series.
Me not talk about winning some games. Me not talk about winning the series. Of course, them can win some games. Them capable of winning some. I'm talking about taking the series 4-2 or 4-3.
Put it this way: if them win game 3, my money is still on the Celtics.
I see. Let's leave it there. Have a good weekend.
Big up, my boss.
Yeah.
So that is it then. 615-2841. I go and call Andrew Mason right after the 115 break. Andrew bust the story so them 6 men is being interviewed for West Indies captaincy. Andrew going to tell me what him know. Or what does he know? And the little rumor me here said them are lean towards Justin Greaves, the captain of West Indies. Andrew going to tell me that if I just rumor, or if my ear the same thing. Oh, mistake, my boss. Go back on. Hello. Not hearing Ostar. No, not hearing at all. Now I am hearing the phone ringing. What do we do? Hello? Hello.
Oh.
Yes.
Hey, Orville, Dangerous in 5, what you doing?
Oh, Shatu, this is you. What's up?
Yo, man, I heard that there was 3 ahead of me. I saw go through 3 people first.
No, I don't know what happened. Maybe people got dropped
yo,
off.
yo. You know, I don't really like to call and have to deal with certain things. And you know me, I don't really take on Mount Salem because Mount Salem really has anything sensible to say. I have a serious issue though.
You take
when
on
somebody comes.
Hold on. You take on the people.
One minute.
Not
when somebody comes on network radio and said that I'm coming on here and telling lies.
Yeah.
Mount Salem, do not do that. I know you desperately want to get some sort of relevance and reckoning, and I don't know what it is. Do not come and just make up stuff. CC can speak for himself. See? But for me, don't come on here and say that I tell lies. Do not do that because that is untrue. Me and I will go at it. During the cut and thrust of a debate, somebody may say something and you may misinterpret what the person will say. That's not what I say. And Orville tell me if I'm wrong. If you look on me and say, that's not what I say, I don't go back and repeat it. I don't do them sort of stuff.
You have
yesterday.
Well, I'll make it over time, no big man.
No. Let me tell you.
Mount
Salem something. Let me tell. No, it's Mount Salem. Mount Salem get me.
Dwight, allow me to moderate the program when you come on the radio, man.
Go through, King. No, and often you're not supposed to tolerate them, man. They're saying stuff there.
Hold the line, Dwight. When you come back on, allow the moderator to moderate the program. Can you do that?
Go ahead, King.
We'll take a break. We'll go back.
Clear your barrels and personal shipments with ease and convenience. Request a customs contactless clearance today through CCP at jca.gov.jm. The time by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
1:15.
So refreshing. What's so refreshing, Sonia? The water is refreshing. Try it now. Where you get that from? No clean manufacturing water. So refreshing. Me like it. Clean water. Located at 20 Syndham Commercial, Old Harbour, Spanish Town, St. Catherine. Telephone number 876-335-0448 or 876-648-7192 or email cleanconcept@gmail.com.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right. Dwight Chatu. You said you're not going to take on Mount Salem because he doesn't have anything substantial to say.
I say I generally don't try to come on and take on Mount Salem.
Because what?
Orville.
Because you think he
heard
doesn't.
Where I came on No. You heard the first thing I said.
No, I never hear what you said.
Get into a thing with Mount Salem, little comments and
No, but why you say you don't take on Mount Salem?
Want to come on the radio and start to say that I'm telling lies.
You say you don't take on.
All
right, fine. But you never hear me.
Crossing the line.
You know, you may try to tell Mount Salem.
I don't like that.
Why are you not allowing me to talk with that?
Go ahead.
You said you don't take on Mount Salem because you don't think he has anything substantial to say. Is that why you take on Orville every day?
I am listening to your moderator program. Go ahead.
Why do you take on Orville?
Because I'm about a particular thing right now.
Yes.
And it appears that you're trying to shift the discussion to something else.
I agree with you.
That's not what you're doing.
No, man.
That's not what you're doing because I'm calling. I call specifically.
And I agree with you.
With Mount Salem, I'm talking specifically about the fact that he said that I'm lying.
Yes.
I don't want to get into no arguments that Mount Salem raised on the radio. I don't want to get into the merits of the argument. That's not why I'm talking about Mount Salem.
Yes.
I'm talking about Mount Salem coming on the radio, saying that I'm lying. He's unable to bring anything to the table to show that I'm lying. And you're there allowing him to do stuff like that.
I allowed him. That's a lie.
Well, if you say to him, Mount Salem, what lie did he tell? And Mount Salem is unable to show it, then you should go the extra mile and say, Mount Salem, you'll have to withdraw that comment until you can find some sort of lie.
All right, fear.
That is responsible journalism.
Mount Salem.
Orville.
No, man, hold on.
Orville, let me go through.
Mount Salem, Dwight Chateau actually does have a point. If you are going to say he's lying, then provide some evidence of things you think he's lying about. I agree with you this time. What else?
No, Orville.
Yes.
Yesterday, Metro came on the radio.
Yes.
And you told Metro that I said the bowler feels at Silimidor.
Yes.
And I've said, Orville, there's a tape there. I said adjacent to Silimidor.
But the bowler does not.
You since then argues that you don't believe it's adjacent to Silimidor. I can appreciate you arguing that.
The two of we are going to talk.
But then why would you
No,
go
man,
back
hey, the two of we are going to talk. Now the bowler does not field at either Silimidor or adjacent to Silimidor.
No, Orville. But that's not the point. You're missing the point.
What's the point?
I said adjacent to Silimidor.
Actually, I listened back the tape. You said both. You actually started to say.
Okay. I started saying silly, and I said no.
Yeah.
Adjacent.
No, hold on.
Make the
two of it.
Thank you very much.
Make the two of it.
Thank you very much.
Big
Orville.
man, make the two of it.
Yeah, but
hey, Jesus, please, make the two of it. Sir.
Good, sir.
You actually said the bowler ends up feeling at Silimidor, and when I challenged that, you said adjacent.
I corrected myself.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Good.
No,
but here's what I'm telling you now. Hold on, sir. Hold on.
All right, go through.
I am going to monitor the program today. The bowler does not feel at either Silimidor.
No.
Or
that's
adjacent to Silimidor.
That
you
is
were
not
wrong.
the issue.
Good, sir.
No, Orville, that is not the issue.
What's the issue?
Having recognized that was a correction, why then sit with Metro yesterday and tell Metro that I said Silimidor?
Because you
continue the facts. Why? No, Orville.
Silimidor or adjacent to Silimidor.
Orville.
No make a lot of difference.
Fair.
What's the position?
Orville.
Dwight,
Orville.
if you have a badge on me today.
How can you want to correct Mount Salem when you can't
What's
correct
the
yourself?
position adjacent to Silimidor?
No, King. How can you want to correct Mount Salem when you can't correct yourself? You admitted that you recognize that I corrected.
And I'm going to ask you this now and kill you.
But then yesterday you went back to the other thing and
you
misled,
did say Silimidor.
Metro.
What is the position adjacent to Silimidor?
Oh wait a minute. You don't want to interact with that?
No, because you're trying to play slick.
Okay.
What is the position?
May I say something to Zidane?
Zidane not here today, but I'm asking you this.
Okay. Can I make a
Can you answer this question, my boss?
No.
Nice talking.
Bossy. You said on radio, you recognize the correction that I made.
But the correction.
But you went back on radio and misled someone.
My time for
something that I said.
What I
said.
My time for
and
talk.
I asked you to explain, and you said you don't want to talk about that.
My time for talk. Dwight Chateau said the bowler feels at Silimidor. When I pointed to him that is a joke argument, no bowler feels at Silimidor. He said adjacent to Silimidor. My question to you now is that position adjacent to Silimidor. What is the name of that position?
Why having known that information? Did you go back on radio?
Because adjacent to Silimidor is also Silimidor.
No, Orville.
Position and name.
Orville.
You did wrong.
Orville.
We have another call,
Orville. I want to say something. You said Zidane not on. Zin? So I want to say something before I leave. Mount Salem. One more thing to you, Mount Salem. I presented an argument. Orville cannot find a definition to defeat my argument. Orville is unable to find any written article to support his argument.
All right.
While I presented several written articles to
support
mine. I found three more last night.
We have to run.
And then finally,
Dwight, we're gone, man. You're gone. You're not dangerous in 5 anymore. We're gone.
No, relax, okay.
No, man, you're gone 5 minutes, man. You're not working. All right. Dwight, may I tell you something? I cut the call. We're gone. Big up yourself. All right, so I'm going to call Andrew Mason. I'm going to try to call Andrew Mason now. So we can get this out of the way. Dwight is a joke. Let's have that kind of thing. The man is feeling at not Silimidor, but adjacent to Silimidor. Which position name? Adjacent to Silimidor. No position name, so. If you're feeling near to Silimidor, what a position and name. If you can't answer that, then we can't work with you. Oh Lord, it's not going through. It's not going through. But people, I will try with Andrew in a little while. Do we have somebody else holding? All right, we got to that now. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, who is Raka?
No, man,
Fuzzy from Outer East. Wagwa.
Well, I try to get the program so many times.
Yeah, man.
I
I've
get
been
to
knowing.
talk about 3 times. Come and shot to have some bosom on the program. And
Well,
you
I
say
mean,
get you so quick.
I don't
Knock
know.
off
Man.
everybody off our line.
Yeah. So,
I don't know. I don't even know what to call him again. Last year I voted for him and as I hung up the phone, I said, what we do?
yeah, man.
Up to this day, I ask a question. Is it true last season the man never come out and exceed and them top it? It was hard to find a man to vote for. But I tell you ever do something where you do and you regret it all your life?
Why do you regret it?
Well, we'll have a vote. We'll have a vote and due to the fact that him different than everybody, but him gone way overboard and all, man.
No, he's not gone overboard, you know. Dwight Chateau is being exactly what he has been from day one. Very annoying, very ignorant to cricketing.
I don't vote for him because
strategies
him
and
take you on, you
technique.
know. I just vote for him because him has a call, him consistent.
But him still do that. So if yes.
But to me, I don't know. You ever make some decision where you're sorry?
No, man, but you're not telling me why. Because Dwight is no different.
I don't know why we voted for him last year. I don't even know.
Okay. Anyway, what else you've got?
You know, apart from that, boy, this guy not there, maybe what happened last night, I survived a mass up in dreams.
Why, man?
I'm upset. Yeah, some posts. Anyhow, what I say, Cavaliers against Portmore. Why Cavaliers have a home advantage or so? You know?
Or past the East.
Yeah, I wonder master draw still. I want the home advantage kick in so. And then go play it out in the second leg.
Yeah.
I'm rather the master draw still. Them play good and them master draw.
Yeah.
You like to see anything can happen so.
Right.
You know, it's in many places and why it was just unfortunate. I bet I don't know them see the mistake before Australia come.
But as I tell you, last night was not just a lighting issue at Sabana Park. I don't know if you listened at the start of the program.
No.
There was a vehicle blocking the ambulance in more than an hour. And the announcer could attack till him weak. The person couldn't be found.
Okay.
Please, the person driving so and so and so and so is actually when they get the person's name now. Apparently, somebody run the plates and get the station. I get police and them start calling man name. I'm not gonna call him man name for obvious reasons. Because maybe him genuinely never realized. But it was well over an hour of the mic man attack. People were at the game can call and confirm. So even if the lights were great, that game, assuming that the referees wouldn't play without while the ambulance.
I get you.
Assuming that the referees would not play while the ambulance can't move, which they shouldn't. No game couldn't play last night after the game stopped for more than an hour.
That was a spark with some things around it. You know, it's some barriers. That means that's when it's ready for move, then just open up the barrier.
Right. So may I say, how can you arrange a thing where somebody can park in front of the ambulance? And gone. Yeah, that never worked. Yeah.
And to the NBA, Boston, we never hear G-Star. G-Star made some good point.
Yeah.
We never hear mention of the Boston coach. In the last shot, they have one timeout,
Yes.
And I'm already going forward with Tatum. And Tatum get confused.
Yeah.
I lose the ball and I try to catch it back. We don't know why never call timeout and take it from the half court and take it from there. Most teams to do that.
Oh, they had a timeout left.
Yeah, they had two timeout leaves, two. And they never take it.
Okay.
G-Star can't maybe never remember. But he can't later when him call him, he might do it up.
Okay.
Come on. And finally,
yes.
I always look out against the Warrior player when he's Bunny Hill, It's like 14 more play for.
Yes.
Now look up against him, contribute. And when I lose game 6, we even look out more against Houston. Him come game 7 with the help of Curry, him doing thing. And in a game 1, him doing thing. No, he's needed, and he's in the last game. He's not there again. And he got man where he make all-star team already. He was number 1 pick from college. And most of the team they used to play good. Since he come on Warriors, it's like a different person.
Yeah.
You have younger person in the league. Young man who do them second year. I shoot better, defend better, and play far better than him. And him as a senior player when I league long time. But I don't understand him, man.
Yeah,
this is the time when he's supposed to prove himself though and show him worth. But without Curry, Warriors not going to win, man. That's all I'm seeing.
Yeah, they were completely played off the park last night. So yeah.
Only them can improve when them go a Golden State home.
Yeah.
If Bunny Neal step up, him is the man of the Curry and game, you know.
Why? And Curry is not an easy man for replace. We know that, eh?
Yeah. Oh, finally, they stadium it's free. It can hold everybody.
Well, clearly it now have the same capacity where Sabina Park would have. But
yeah, and then they have some other events about the place. So the parking is rough.
Yeah.
Before the season starts, you know, the playoffs start, I pray, you know. Everything goes work out well, you know.
Oh,
yeah, man. Oh, one more thing. Me and man call the program, one morning program, what I know you don't listen to this morning. I said, Arsenal do have a team song. Them don't follow football.
Oh.
There will be someone call people program and talk about, you know, say Arsenal have a team song. If you don't know Arsenal have a team song, you know, go Google it and find out before you come on here and talk foolishness. Arsenal team song. Not London forever. I never go to the life. Open that program and know that.
Intelligent shows usually have intelligent callers, yeah?
Man talk say Arsenal have a team song. Every team have team song.
Shows that them intelligence level from the hosts. Although some bramble talk run us up. But usually it's by one or two people.
Right.
Generally the discussion level much higher. Run us up. And everybody know that, right?
Yeah, man.
But we leave it there, so.
You know, you can't get through sometime in a year, still, yeah?
Yeah, man. I know you are trying.
Yeah, man. Big up. Big up, Zidane, anyway, there.
All right. Pastor, first half hour come and go. We're coming back after the break.
So refreshing. What's so refreshing, Sonia? The water is refreshing. Try it now. Where you get that from? Not clean manufacturing water. So refreshing. Me like it. Clean water. Located at 20 Syndham Commercial, Old Harbour, Spanish Town, St. Catherine. Telephone number 876-335-0448 or 876-648-7192 or email cleanconcept@gmail.com.
It is your right to know what you want. Information at your fingertips. It's for the man in the streets, for those in business. Information for everybody. No one has it, so you can use it to develop your community. Your right to know information at your fingertips.
A message from the Access to Information Unit.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right. Check if Andrew is there now. Mobile. Yeah, man, he's on now. Huh? Andrew Mason. Oh, I'm not hearing him through the headphone though. Oh, you're not hearing him through the song. Andrew, I'm gonna call you right back. Yeah, Andrew, this is Orville. I'm gonna call you right back. I'm on a WhatsApp. We're trying to get you by WhatsApp. I'm trying to work a little Derek to call you. Hold on, let me try something. Hold on, what do I do? Put him. All right, we're trying to make the link with Andrew. What do I do now? Try him back. We're trying to make that link with Andrew. We're trying to work a little thing in the studio where we make a link. What do I do now? Try him now? Okay. So let me try him back. What do I do? Yeah, yes, Andrew. I'm hearing him in my headphone now, Astar. Let's see if we get him up. Yes, Andrew Mason.
Hello.
Yes, much better. This is Orville, my boss. How are you doing?
Yeah, okay.
All right, so you broke the story that everybody in the West Indies is talking about the 6 candidates that are being interviewed. You want to just remind my audience what that story was about?
Well, in fact, there has been a lot of talk in recent times about the old question of who will take over as the West Indies Test captain from Craig Brathwaite. And a lot of names have been called. In fact, I heard Josh De Silva's name called. Of course, you know, he was a vice captain, then lost his place. And even Tevin Imlac's name was called.
Yeah.
But I did my investigations, and Orville, a couple of days ago, and I broke the story on my show on Tuesday, Mason and guessed that there were as many as 6 candidates vying for the position. They've been interviewed, and my understanding is that we should have an announcement sometime around Tuesday or Wednesday next week.
I would have heard that. Did these interviews occur over what time frame? In other words, were they doing one a day, or they were all done on the same day or over a 2
Last week they were done, and they were done by Zoom. That's my understanding. I'm also hearing that a couple of the guys did very well.
Yeah.
In the interviews, I'm hearing that Justin Graves did well. I'm hearing that Jamal Warkan did well. But these are candidates that you would be surprised about, because you would not have thought that they would have been considered. Josh De Silva, by virtue of making a lot of runs in the regional tournament, as many as 3 centuries, would have been a contender, having been the vice captain of the West Indies team. So one would think he was groomed. And Tevin Imlach is very interesting because, as you know, Tevin Imlach, for the last 2 seasons, captained the Guyana side to victory in the regional competition.
Right.
But I think what happened recently in terms of the ball tampering may affect him. I mean, he said he wasn't involved in it, and we'd have to, trust him on that. But, sometimes you feel that, look, boy, I'm going to pull back on that. So I would think that he would have been one of the front runners. He may still very well be.
Right.
If that is going to affect him, I'm not quite sure the whole business of the ball time. He came over early and said he didn't know anything at all about it. So we shall wait and see.
2 more quick questions, Andrew, because my color's backing up. Who did the interviewing?
Oh, well, the interview was done by a panel, which included Miles Bascom was very much there as well. I understand that an HR specialist did the interview as well. And I'm also hearing that someone who is part of the Manchester United staff actually was very much involved in it, because they did psychometrics. That's what I'm told.
What is psychometrics?
I'm also told that too.
What is psychometrics? I'm hearing that term for the first time.
Well, it's in relation to your thinking. It has to do, of course, with psychology. How would you respond in difficult situations? And there's some experts who would have been involved in that, and apparently they went as far as Manchester United to find someone. But also, in answer to your question, I'm hearing that 2 West Indian former Test captains, were also involved as well.
Was Darren Sammy part of the interviewing panel?
Well, I'm not quite sure if he was part of it, but obviously he was, as the head coach, would certainly make a recommendation. I'm told that the director of cricket, Mr. Miles Bascom, along with his talent, the talent scouts now, they would have also made a recommendation as well. So once they come up with a cricketer, then that's going to be taken to the board for ratification. One would think, because highly unlikely the board will go against the recommendation.
All right, one quick one. I am hearing Justin Graves' name coming up more than I expected it to. Is that what you're hearing in Barbados as well?
That's what I'm hearing, but that was surprising because he's a fringe player. He doesn't have any experience in relation to captaincy, but my understanding is he did very well in the interview. No, Justin is a bright boy, so you would expect that. But is it that because you're bright, you're going to captain the West Indies team? I'm not quite sure about that.
All right,
is that the only criteria that you speak eloquently, my friend? If that were the case,
Then they could use
that you know would have gotten.
They could use you or me. We speak well too. But I keep hearing when I go into the inner sanctums of the thing, I'm hearing Orville. Don't be surprised if you hear Justin Graves is the next West Indies captain.
Yeah, no, I'm hearing that. I'm hearing that. But I'm going to be on the cases. You know, I've already put out some feelers, so I may be able to come back to you pretty soon to tell you who is the actual captain. Because I understand that they're going to announce it next week. Next, either Tuesday or Wednesday.
One last one. If Andrew Mason had a choice, who would it be?
Well, I will go with Tevin Imlach. The reason why I would go with Tevin Imlach is that it is true that he's only played 2 test matches, but he's had the experience of captain the Ghana side in successfully as well in the last 2 years. He's now the keeper in the West Indies team.
Yeah.
And I prefer to go with someone from a long-term basis. I remember, you know, when Clive Lloyd took over as the West Indies captain, he wasn't captain of Ghana. In fact, he had no experience as a captain. I know people are saying that you got to have 25 years as a captain.
No, fine.
We
So you go
are
with
a
Tevin
crisis,
Imlach.
you know, Orville.
Yeah.
So if you ask me, I would say Tevin Imlach. Who's your choice, Orville?
Call me on your show Tuesday and I'll tell you.
All right. Okay. We'll talk.
So I'm already booking myself for Mason and
No
Guest for
problem
next
at all. No problem at all, Mason and Guest. Next Tuesday, 6:15 Eastern Caribbean time.
All right. Good. So that's Andrew Mason. You ever heard of? Guess who just dropped in the studio, people? You know that I was flying solo. And we always like to have Preacher in. Preacher who is now not the star caller, but you'd have to say an insider because he has his own show on a Saturday as well. You ever heard about what the term? Psychometric? Yeah.
Yeah. Afternoon, listeners. Happy to join. Sorry that Zidane is not here. We know that Zidane is very important at this season.
Yes. Theme time of year.
Of the year. Yes, I've heard of psychometric testing, and I've also been involved in doing some psychometric testing for youngsters in a number of social programs. It's really another way of trying to look at a person's mental acuity, mental agility, their ability to adapt to certain situations and so on and so forth. They use it in sports psychology, really, among sportsmen generally, but for leaders in particular.
Yeah.
Because they want to know if the person has the right aptitude, if the person has the right emotional intelligence, temperament, so on and so forth.
And at them squeeze. I want to tell you something. You say, having interacted with West Indian cricketers over the years, I'm going to say something now and it may be controversial. So the Bajans, the ability to articulate.
Yeah, man, they are cut above.
Yep. All right, cool. So
and it's not just Bajan cricketers, you know. The Bajan people and their education system facilitates youngsters being exposed very early to certain.
The Bajan them just sound
the diction,
yeah, man.
You know, pronunciation.
They talk a little, but the average Bajan cricketer. I don't talk about because I don't interact with too much Bajan people.
Right, yeah.
But the average Bajan cricketer sounds a little bit more intelligent than the average cricketer.
Education
outside.
Education is critical.
So if that's why them are lean towards Justin Greaves, that's interesting. But anyway, Preacher is in the house, so we can talk the basketball now fully, not half and half as I would attack it with me. We go back online. Hello.
Yeah, me I beg you 30 seconds, Mr. Higgins.
No, man, they can't.
No, he's calling to apologize.
No, man, I apologize. Yeah, man, no, man. I mean, I talk no Preacher, man.
Okay.
Yeah, me a sincere apology to CC and I really mean it, you know. It's not one of those apologies that when somebody oppose you for do.
Okay, all right.
You understand?
Big man thing, man. Big man thing.
Hello? Yeah, man. I make a sincere apology. Me I make to the two of them because whether true or like that's not something we're supposed to come on the radio without tell people about, man. Ray. That's not right.
Yeah,
right?
man.
All right. Yeah, man. It not right. Yeah. So yeah.
Leave it at there. Apology made.
I hope them accept it, but whether they accept it or not, me heart clean for that.
All right.
So yeah.
Big up yourself, man.
But me I go beat him on the other side of thing them Monday.
Well done, Mount Salem. Big man thing.
All right. We go back online. I'll start ready for me. Hello.
So I never Roma.
So what?
So Ronason massage parlor.
Oh, no.
Afternoon, Garvey.
What is he talking about?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Me I hear the rumor that this morning, Mr. Higgins. Is it true?
Is what true?
Specializing in massaging egos and damaged psyches.
I'm not sure what you're saying.
I hear that for the radar this morning, my boss.
Me no know. Say me a massage people ego. Me with them custom me this and me that every
They
day.
open a massage parlor and specializing in damaged egos and damaged psyches.
I'm not sure what that
massage.
is. I'm not sure what that is.
Yo, that one that is tough. Anyway, Mr. Higgins.
Yeah.
I heard you had the JCA president on yesterday.
Yes.
How come you didn't ask him a question?
Which one? Which one?
Hello?
Which question was that?
About the 100 mil, man.
Oh, what about the 100 mil by the government? Has he received it yet? All right, I can ask privately. So before the program done, listen, and I'll tell you what the answer is. In fact, before,
By the way,
I would say before
Mr.
the next
Higgins,
few minutes.
You did something on the radar which hurt me earlier. You know?
I always do
You are
something that hurts.
suggesting that the game could have been played if the person had moved their car. I don't like that, Mr. Higgins. Because if the experts say that the light was not good enough, you are willing can't come and rate come say, you feel that the game could have gone.
No, listen, let me say what I say again. I said, even if the lights were good enough.
No, but you made an assumption. You said you felt as if the light them did. Hey,
No,
it was all right.
I'm gonna say
That's
it
what
again.
you said. You interjected your own opinion into the conversation.
But I'm gonna say it one more time and you're gonna get a little bit more upset.
I'm not upset.
Based on what I was seeing to Orville Higgins' eyes, maybe some ball could have played. But
it's not up to your eyes.
That's the
It's
point.
up to the experts.
That's the point. And I'm saying even
It's up to the experts.
May I go make the point, my boss? I'm saying even if the referee wanted to play,
yeah, Bramble,
because there was a car blocking the ambulance for well over an hour, the football couldn't play. Tell me what, Mr. Warra.
Guess what? Tell the man saying Bramble about.
The man is sharing his opinion. The man is not saying that he would have played the game.
So, hey, preacher, you know what that is like? That is like some umpires deem say.
Yeah, say it to me.
No, but you can. But you can. No. But you can.
The cricket could have played.
You can parse the two statements. You know, one is there was no light, so the game wasn't able to play. Two is another problem. Another problem.
There was light.
The light came back eventually.
No. There was no time when there was no light. The problem was
It was not.
the light was bright.
Right. The light was not good enough. So
Right.
that's a fact.
Right.
There's also a fact that there was a car or vehicle blocking the ambulance area.
Yeah.
Those two things are true, you know.
Yeah. But
So
what
why
I'm
we need to
saying,
argue about
even if that car had been moved, the lights were deemed unfit for play.
And I'm saying even if all right, so
Mr.
let's say
Higgins
that the
can't come
lights.
out and say,
Let's
make
say
it look
that
like it was a 50-50 thing with the car and the light. Don't do that, Mr.
I
Higgins.
am saying even if the referee wanted to play the game, even
There
if
is no
the two,
even if, because the referees already deemed,
and,
the officials
all right,
already
even if
deemed the lights were
even if the
unfit.
lights were great, there would still be no football.
Garvey, your point is made, but we know said that's not why you called the show today. For talk about.
So, preacher, yeah, man. So, preacher, I have a question to you, right?
Go ahead.
In the last in the two playoff games of the Knicks and the Celtics, right? And Diego, I hope you're listening. Shame on you, Diego, as a Knicks fan. Shame on you. Let me even say that before me say that. In the first game, outside of overtime, the Knicks held Boston to 39 second half points, right, preacher?
Yeah.
In the second game, they held them to 40 second half points.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do the cumulative total of those two second halves, that's 79 points.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the equivalency of scoring 79 points over the course of a full game. You agree, boss?
No, I don't
two
think.
Two halves. That's
yeah. But,
48
all right,
minutes.
hold on for the break.
Make us take the break. I will come.
Spectrum Insurance Brokers pride themselves in being professionals in the field of insurance broking, claim settlement, and risk management services for over 35 years. We offer a wide range of insurance services including motor, property, liability, accident, life, and international health for individuals and companies at competitive rates. Call 926-3572 or visit 7.5 Haining Road, Kingston 5 or shop number 3 James Plaza, Mandeville. Call 625-6804 or visit online spectrumjamaica.com. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standards.
What if you could protect your child from cancer? The human papillomavirus, or HPV, causes cervical and other cancers. But one simple vaccine today can help prevent cancer later. The HPV vaccine is safe and effective and offers protection against cancers caused by HPV infection. The vaccine is now available for boys and girls 9 to 14 years old and adults and girls 15 to 17 and women up to 26. HPV vaccination is cancer prevention. Immunize to maximize your child's health. A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Preacher versus Garvey. I'll be the referee.
Yeah, Garvey. The point you're making or trying to make.
The statement first.
Yeah, go ahead.
So that's 79 points over the 2 second halves, right?
That is true.
However, Diego and Mr. Higgins come on the radar yesterday and want to tell me, Garvey, that the Knicks defense had nothing to do with that. It was all about Boston missing. Even Diego.
No, I never said it.
Come on the radar and say, it had nothing to do with no defense. It's about Boston were missing. How can that be sound reason?
No. If there was no defense from if Boston never had nobody, if them alone up on the field, they wouldn't miss. So of course, the New York Knicks must be given credit for what they were doing. But I'm saying missing 12 consecutive shots, not scoring a field goal for 78 minutes. That can't be just about swarming strategic defense. And that mess about. I never said enough to get no credit at that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, the New York Knicks is a very rugged team. They play physical basketball. They get up into your face. Boston, on the other hand, is a more finesse team. They don't really like that kind of physicality in the game. So over time, it might wear on them. It wears
on you.
It might. But I think the point that,
especially in the second half and the fourth quarter.
Fine. But I think the bigger point is, was New York doing anything as a scheme defensively, like going into a zone or playing a 2-3
They were doing something. Okay.
defense?
I'll tell you what they were doing different from the regular season, preacher.
Yeah.
In the regular season, Boston killed them from 3-point range. However, credit to Coach Tibbs, he made a fundamental switch in the playoffs. What he was doing in the playoffs, Tibbs kind of in the regular season, Tibbs kind of hard-headed. He was saying, man to man, fight over the screen, get to your man. That was allowing Boston that little bit of airspace that they need to release the shots. However, in the playoffs, he has gone to a different strategy of switching off, and this has confounded the Boston Celtics.
All right, let me ask you a question.
Well, obviously, now I give him no credit.
Let me ask you a question.
And by the way, Diego said something yesterday when he said the Knicks have always been a rugged team. I listen, every NBA team in America takes the identity of their city. The Detroit Pistons will never be a pretty team. Whenever they win, they're gonna win in a rugged.
It's a blue collar. It's
That
a blue
is
collar
Detroit
team.
basketball.
It's a blue collar city.
Exactly. So it's the same way like the New York Knicks, right? However, it's a different thing when you have players with limited talent running hard as opposed to talented players like the Knicks have now competing hard. Different ball game, Diego.
Well, all right, let me ask you a question. In the first game, the Celtics held the Knicks to 45 points in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
Right? In the second game, they held the Knicks to 41 points in the first half. How much of that is credited to Boston's defense?
Well, Boston is an excellent defensive team. Everybody knows that.
Right.
We have two very good defensive teams here,
So
there's no question about that.
So therefore, the argument could also be that defensively, Boston never did as well in the second half of those games, and New York was able offensively to get some baskets that they were not getting initially.
Hold on, Garvey, we're not going to make them say we keep it too long. What exactly is the point you're trying to make, and what's the line of the demarcation?
I think the people and we are listening now really understand what I say. But to finish off quickly, preacher, you see, the thing about it is this, preacher. The Knicks know fundamentally that, as you say, they are going to have the advantage if they muck up the game and play a physical kind of basketball, right? What is that going to ensure? You're going to have low scoring games. When you have low scoring games, preacher, nobody is going to get away. You understand? You just get a little spurt and you're right back in the game.
And that is
then how you mean nobody is going to
close in the fourth quarter, preacher? What the Knicks have
how are you saying no team will get away when one team lead by 20 points in both?
No. But even though they were leading by 20, preacher, it's not like they were on course to score 130 points.
No. Getting away from
you understand, preacher?
I got the point that you're making. Preacher, that no team is going to blow the game to the point where because in this, Orville, the thing is, in the modern era of the NBA, a 20-point lead. A 20-point lead is.
I didn't get away from you with that.
A 20-point lead in the modern NBA.
That's not me getting away.
Is not insurmountable.
Well, I never said insurmountable.
Good. So I'm saying when you look at the game,
getting away.
Getting away in the context of what Garvey was saying.
Before I come out, preacher, I don't want to lose track of this.
Yeah.
I looked at a stat this morning, preacher. You know what crunch time is? 5 minutes of the fourth quarter with the score between 5 points or less, right?
Yeah.
Listen to this. In the 2 games, Boston has 12 crunch time points in 2 games combined. Jalen Brunson by himself has 14. So the Knicks know that if it's a close game, chances are their closer is going to be better than Boston's closer. So why not muck up the game, keep it low scoring, keep it rugged?
I'll give you all of that. But you know where the Boston Celtics are losing these games? Two fundamental things. One, not playing situational basketball. You cannot be up 20 and still shooting threes when the threes are not dropping. You need to take the ball to the basket, force them to foul you, get to the line. That's one. Two.
You know they don't have a set plan for that, preacher.
Well, that takes me to point number 2. Coaching is deficient. But Mazzulla has not demonstrated his ability to adjust to what is happening in game situations. That's why they have lost those 2 games.
Garfield, we have to leave it at some of.
All right, Orville.
All right.
Big up yourself.
Next one. Hello. Send it through them, boss. I don't know how you said the team not get away from it.
Hello.
Oh yeah. Badger the Great. When they lead by 20. Yeah. We're there.
All right, relax. Preacher, where you going?
Yeah, big up yourself. The Badger the Great.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir. Man, become a caller host.
No, stop.
All right, so what happened in the JPL last night with the light? So it's an unfortunate thing. But I see where they are trying to compensate the persons who pay last night and never seen a game because they said that their fault. But the free thing now, I think it is not it still need to be controlled. You understand? And they're still responsible for security, and they're still responsible for crowd control. So even though they say it is free, they still have to be mindful of the amount of people that can go into the stadium, and they still have to find a way to control the amount of people that go into the stadium because it is still their responsibility.
So where did you get the feeling that it isn't their responsibility?
No. You cannot say it is just free like that and just leave it like that. You still have to control the amount of people that go through the gate.
But you clearly, if the thing can't hold, them are going to stop from who after the thing full. If you can't hold and the thing overflowing, then must stop people.
No. What I'm saying to you, Mr. Higgins, is that they should still.
What should they have said, Badger?
Again?
What should they have said? If it's free, if no money for money, what should they have said?
Not free, but do. What they should have done is print. If the stadium can hold 5,000 people, they need to print 5,000 tickets and say pick up persons who want to go, pick up these tickets at X places. You understand?
So you want them to incur the cost for print tickets for a game that is free?
No. Listen to what I'm saying to you,
brother.
Hold on, brother. Listen. And Owen Hill and Chris Williams, you listen to what I'm saying to you, right? Yeah. You are still responsible for people going up there. You understand? And so what I'm saying, you have to make sure, say, you cover your tracks at all times. If it's 5,000 people can hold up there, you do something where you can say, listen, it's 5,000 thing we print, and persons without one of these things that we print should alone can go in. We are not responsible for persons without that.
What is wrong with the stadium full and the police at the gate said to you when you ride up or walk up, this thing full? We can't let nobody else. What's wrong with
listen to this now. I understand this, right? They are responsible for persons going up there, and them say free. And when people go up there and say this is free, you understand?
And if it's full, we can't take no more. We're telling us it's full. What is the problem?
They need to not make people go up there to tell them that we can't take any more. Printing some tickets, printing something to say we print 5,000 things, and persons who are going to go up to the stadium, they must have this to say. Mr. Higgins, you don't know about security.
Well, I mean, it might help with some kind of public order.
No.
If you have a collection of tickets at JFF office or some outlets, and
so they should have printed the tickets this morning.
Well, I mean, I'm saying, Baggio, the circumstances under which they had to move the game. Don't give them enough time and leverage. Don't give them enough time and leverage for do it the way you are suggesting. But I agree with you that they will have to have a way to manage the crowd, and they will have to figure that out at the stadium.
No, I wonder if you could print 5,000 tickets this morning.
I mean,
I don't know the process.
Go on and come back because
we're coming. No, I'm not take the thing. Hold on, we're coming back.
Apply for your NHD refunds at nhd.gov.jm or via the NHD app. Do not click on any links offering to help you. The time by the NHD is
2:00.
Spectrum Insurance Brokers pride themselves in being professionals in the field of insurance broking, claim settlement, and risk management services for over 35 years. We offer a wide range of insurance services, including motor, property, liability, accident, life, and international health for individuals and companies at competitive rates. Call 926-3572 or visit 7.5 Haining Road, Kingston 5, or shop number 3, James Plaza, Mandeville. Call 625-6804 or visit online spectrumjamaica.com. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standards.
So refreshing. What's so refreshing, Sanya? The water is refreshing. Try it now. Where you get that from? No clean manufacturing water. So refreshing. Me like it. Clean water. Located at 20 Syndham Commercial, Old Harbour, Spanish Town, St. Catherine. Telephone number 876-335-0448 or 876-648-7192 or email cleanconcept@gmail.com.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so Badger, who is very security minded. I really don't have an issue with what Badger is saying, but me just know if logically, the man must left Sabina part like near late last night.
You know, you have ticket places. You have company that makes tickets for various things. I understand, and they can just use some ticket. The ticket is just to have a control of people going up there, you know. And the ticket is to cover their tracks because you cannot just say free. And then when people go up there and ambush or something happen, you understand?
What can you if you turn up to the gate and the police are in the full? What's the problem?
No. I'm saying to you, Mr. Higgins, you are controlling the crowd
from coming inside.
No. You are controlling the crowd from going up there.
So what? So hold on. If somebody is driving, but you hear a 5 times you said that, But may I ask you the questions now? If you're driving to the stadium and crash at JFF Fall,
that about something.
No, but you are telling me about when you're on your way to the game. May I say if you're on your way to the game and a man scratch your car or what? JFF, you're gonna blame for that?
Okay, Mr. Higgins.
Your car not could have scratched. I am saying if the stadium full.
These are ridiculous questions you're asking, Mr. Higgins. Are you a big man?
The JFF has no obligation to deal with no crowd when in the venue.
Okay. Let me talk to Mr. Hill, let me talk to Mr. Hill and Chris Williams, who are more sense than you. Because they don't
Baja, you make a good point about preempting any problems at the venue by having the tickets.
How will there be problems at the venue?
No, hold on. No. It's a free, open event.
Yeah.
You still want to have some kind of control.
No, but here's my question, Preacher. Why will there be problem with overflowing if police are there and stop after it?
All right. So
what the problem?
All right. So let's say that the game was not free. Let's say the game was not free today.
Right.
And people had to purchase tickets.
Yeah.
They would already know how many tickets were sold. So in terms of their security and their management of the event, they have that information available to them. No, they don't know what they don't know what kind of crowd will descend upon the stadium is today.
So you make the contingents if you have a full crowd.
And no problem. But what
So
Baja is saying, it could be an added advantage if they had that information through the ticketing system. Nothing is wrong with that.
I'm not saying anything is wrong, but Baja, I behave as if we can't have it where you have enough security preparing for a full stadium. And you have enough security there that if it start get overflowing with the people, we're not letting more people in. What's wrong with that?
All right. Mr. Higgins, what I'm saying to you is this, right? So, but matter of fact, Preacher said a while ago, you know how much people is going to turn up.
But your woman, why you tell me is what is wrong with the other method, not wrong with yours. I agree. Fine. But what is wrong with turning?
The other method is that 40,000 people can turn up all at once, and all of them are going.
And then can't go in, and then what the problem?
Bamrush.
How your Bamrush security police and soldiers?
Oh, Jesus, people. All right, so Bamrush never going up a messy. The people pay.
No man, me did that. They never have enough. They never had enough security out of the gate.
And I'm saying to you, Orville, because people pay, and them say, listen, we're paying now, we have to go in, Bamrush go on, and people come and call and talk about it.
Bamrush go on because there wasn't adequate security out of the gate. That's why Bamrush.
All right, so, the security, okay.
Yeah. If a bag of police and soldier out, then no Bamrush.
Okay, all right. Cool. So they are going to you are wondering how them are gonna print tickets for free thing, right? So how them are gonna get enough police and soldier up there for free thing?
Then that's cheaper than 5,000 tickets.
No, Mr. Higgins, the ticket is a piece of paper, something.
Me no know.
You don't know. Exactly, you don't know. You understand? Preacher.
Yes, sir.
Did you get caught up in this thing? Because we cannot believe. I really lose to know. Did you get caught up in this thing about who will have a better season? A team that win a cup versus a team that don't?
No, it's a rubbish argument because you cannot be playing in the highest competition, be in the Champions League in Europe. Another team is playing in the Europa League, and they win the Europa League. You advance as far as, say, the semi-final of that competition. You're second in the EPL, and a team is in 17th position in the EPL, and them because them win the lesser league, Europa League, they had a better season than you. It's a ridiculous argument. It makes no sense.
No, it makes sense, man.
Makes
so
absolute. Baja, say your first argument was a decent argument. Don't spoil it with this. With this.
More spoil it.
Right.
In first argument, never bad enough.
No, it's a decent argument. But I'm gonna spoil it now with the foolishness.
Like me, I tell him the first argument, but the first argument, no bramble. I tell you, but me just the other things no bramble.
You were trying to pour.
No, I didn't. All I'm saying is that I don't think it had to go.
Yes, Mr. Higgins, it have to go that way even for their own
Make we see. I don't know that them go and print 5,000 tickets tonight. Let me see what going
I don't. I'm saying to you, Mr. Higgins, it's this. I mean, until summer, and I'm saying to you, knowing what I know in security, they have to protect themselves by saying that, listen, it's 5,000 ticket me print.
Protect themselves from what?
For anything. Anything.
Protect themselves
Mr.
from what?
If somebody go up there, anybody gets hurt up there in a stampede or anything, it is their fault.
Really?
Yes.
It is something that you would not.
Hold on.
It's something you'd rather avoid.
Hold on. So when
you don't want that to happen.
When stampede go on a normal condition, a JFF.
Whoever is putting on the thing, yes.
So me, I keep an event up a stadium.
Yes, Mr. Higgins.
And there's
yes. You did not provide enough security.
But that's the problem. Say that again. Say that again.
Oh Lord.
Say that again, buddy.
I'm going to say it. If you did not provide enough security, and you did not, but I did not. I never sat there.
I rest my case, buddy.
All right. If you did not provide enough security, other things to stop it from going on. Yes, go on.
Say that again.
All right.
Say that again.
How many security is there to a person?
Badger, the stampede at gates are caused by not adequate enough security.
No.
When Jamaicans see a bag of police and soldier, then now go create no stampede for can't tell you that. And when them see two little red seam, them stampede. But with that big man.
How many police soldiers do they need up there now for the crowd?
I don't know. Remember, I don't know nothing about security.
Exactly my point.
But them
having. Hold on, let me say again.
So get the security consultant. How many police do you need and soldier to ensure order at the gate? That them will tell you that. If them say 15, then get 15. After that, JFF can't be blamed for no stampede.
No. And I saw it go. You telling people them say free without controlling.
I am saying I am going to prepare as if it's a 5. Let's say the stadium is going to hold 5,000. I am going to call the security company and say,
No.
Prepare for a 5,000 crowd. How much security on a thing in the event 5,000 people show? Them said 25, I get 25. Stampede after that, nobody can be.
No, you cannot say free. You understand? And then say a 25
a lot of these times tickets are sold at the venue in my boss. And people are gonna turn up at the venue where can't get ticket. And I go stampede, walk up.
This, Mr. Higgins, is a special thing.
What about the times when we say to people, turn up at the stadium and you can get tickets? And when them turn up at the stadium, them can't get tickets. What happened? But them still want to go in.
You know what happened?
What happened?
You know what happened? People jump wall.
Not adequate enough security. That's why people jump wall.
And I'm saying to you, Mr. Higgins, that happened there, right? And them say, listen, we only cater for 40,000 people because that's 25,000 because that's what the stadium can hold.
All if you have 100 people in the stadium, you don't have adequate security problem. The problem is security.
All right, and what you're saying, good. So how many security they need to have for the people?
No, big man. I broadcasting me doing about sports journalism. You think I don't know how much security they need, brother? I don't know. I don't need to know how much security they need to know that if Stampede go on enough, they never have budget. Why you make it look like me need to know how much security they have? You need to cover your track. You need to cover your track. No. What I'm saying is that you need to cover your tracks by saying, listen, it's 25,000 people this year old. I have 25,000 tickets. So 25,000. You know the amount of events in Jamaica where people say come for free.
You know one of the other one of the other things about Badger's point is the issue of indemnity. So in the event that you're one of the free patrons tonight, and something happens in the stand, right? As a free patron, not having a ticket or a ticket stub or something like that doesn't give you the same kind of credence to insurance or access to any.
That is a better.
right? So having a ticket stub more times than not.
That is a different and a completely better.
No matter, Mr. Higgins, no matter what you want to say.
No, man, no one different argument that. If you, no, man, you're the radio 10 minutes. But we have to run. Really, unless you should have started.
I have done 30 years in security.
The man got 30 years of security. I make a man when I do security come up with a better argument.
No, because
you want people to
what I'm saying to you, Mr. Higgins, is that, right? The person.
I never that you asked about a different argument.
No. I'm saying, Mr. Higgins, the ticket stub will show that, listen, I have the right to be here because I have a ticket stub, which part must go.
All right, but
yeah, persons will go there, the man.
Preacher made the point that you wanted to make. Big up. We'll leave it right.
No. Preacher make part of my part. Thank you, Preacher.
Big up yourself, Baggio. Great. Baggio the great.
Preacher, no, that point I can. So you're in the venue and something happen, whatever.
Right.
A steers broke down with you.
Right. What is your recourse if you don't have anything to
what evidence that do I have? Somebody did.
Yeah.
It's a different.
Yeah.
That no.
Yeah.
The what we can prove. Now, if Badger did come with that argument, then they no win the argument.
Well, that's the nature of conversations. Things emerge.
All right, so we take the first selection brought to you by Edge Campaigns for People Who Dream in Color. This one is Jesus in the Middle, See Me by Jai Kingston.
Yeah. It's your boy, Jai Kingston. What you say? What you do? The one in the middle save me. What you say, Jesus in the middle save me. Just sinners by your side. I was the one on the right. Jesus in the middle save me. The one in the middle save me. What you say now, Jesus in the middle save me. Oh yeah, just sinners by your side. I was the one on the right. Jesus in the middle save me. When I sing, oh Lord, remember me. When you go into that place, remember me. When you walk in paradise, Jesus set me free from sin and shame, set me free. The one in the middle, he was in the middle. Jesus in the middle, save me. The one in the middle, save me. What you say now, Jesus in the middle, save me. Oh yeah, two sinners by his side. I was the one on the right. Jesus in the middle, save me. When I sing, oh Lord, freedom. Some are crying freedom. Give us your wisdom, the way into your kingdom. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father but by me. But one in the middle, save me. What you say now, Jesus in the middle, save me. To sing this by his side, I was the one on the right. Jesus in the middle, save me. Say it again. No one in the middle, save me. What you say now, Jesus in the middle, save me. And I sing the Lord to sinners by his side. I was the one on the right. Jesus in the middle, save me. Oh, freedom. Some are crying freedom. Give us your wisdom, the way into your kingdom. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man coming to the Father but by me. Oh, the one in the middle, save me. What you say now, Jesus in the middle, save me. When I sing, no Lord, to sinners by your side, I was the one on the right. Jesus in the middle, save me. Oh, what you say, he saved me. Oh. You save me. You save me. Thank you, Jesus. You save me. Thank you. You save me. Great I am. You save me. You save me. Straight from you save me. And this you save me. Gave it you save me. Back on you save me. That's just save me. Jesus save me. Yes, you save me. The one in it all. Oh, he was in it all. Yes, Jesus in it all. Save me.
The man in the middle, save me.
Yeah, man, big tune, man.
What is the man in the middle?
The man in the middle was the man Jesus on the cross. At Calvary, there were 3 crosses.
Oh, yeah.
A thief on the right, a thief on the left, and Jesus was in the middle.
What do you want on the right again?
Well, we didn't get names. We were just told that there were 2 thieves on the cross. The Jesus in the middle song, Jai Kingston. Jai Kingston was a part of the Catalyst crew. Remember that gospel band?
When Pontius Pilate said, who you want? Them they call
no man, Barabbas never make it to the cross. You know?
Barabbas never.
No man, they freed Barabbas and they
freed Barabbas before the cross did.
Yeah man, it was a choice between Jesus and Barabbas, and they chose to free Barabbas and crucify.
Oh
Jesus.
yeah, Barabbas never make it to the cross.
Yes.
What's at the break?
We're hearing that the phone lines are down. People have been trying to call and not getting through. Not sure what's going on the technical side.
What's at the break? Hopefully we'll
The JSC Group, Jamaica Stock Exchange, Jamaica Central Securities Depository Limited, and JCSD Trustee Services, providing a fair, efficient, and transparent stock market for over 45 years. The time by the Jamaica Stock Exchange Group is 2:15.
Paint with Sherwin-Williams. Sherwin-Williams, putting more color in your life.
The temperature by Sherwin-Williams is...
What if you could protect your child from cancer? The human papillomavirus, or HPV, causes cervical and other cancers. But one simple vaccine today can help prevent cancer later. The HPV vaccine is safe and effective and offers protection against cancers caused by HPV infection. The vaccine is now available for boys and girls 9 to 14 years old, and adults and girls 15 to 17, and women up to 26. HPV vaccination is cancer prevention. Immunize to maximize your child's health. A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Greetings to you listeners. This is Reverend Ryan A. Gordon, Senior Pastor of the Broken Vessels Healing and Deliverance Ministries, located at 120 Main Street, Pineapple, Ocheria, St. Anne, Jamaica, West Indies. Join me every Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio Show with Brother Frisco. Join me for a word in time. You cannot afford to miss this powerful word every Sunday morning on this station.
It's all right.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number 1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
We're back online. Hopefully with the lines have started themselves. Hello? Oh, okay. All right. Hello? Well, something gone wrong now?
Hello?
Oh, yes. Hello.
Hello, sir?
Old timer.
Yes, man. How you doing, sir?
How you doing? I hear with my co-host today named Preacher, man.
I was hearing some theology, eh?
Yeah, man. He's trying to make a better person out of me. On and off here.
Well, he might get you in the church, you know. It'll be good.
Well, I tell you, there's a lady that tried that thing for over 40 years, brother. She never succeed, but who knows?
Well, he might succeed where she failed, you know.
Bibbs failed.
Yeah, there's still hope, you see. Now, don't give up. Don't give up, man. There's still hope, you see.
All right, my boss.
But listen now. I see a number of candidates to be interviewed or to be considered.
Well, I hear that the interviewing process has already started.
But the selection has not been done yet.
No, maybe next week.
And the person that I would recommend would be Ralston Chase.
Yeah.
He has He's the most experienced.
A man who has not played Test cricket in 2 to 3 years.
Yes, but his cricket has come on very well. He's a much more improved player than he was before.
No, his white ball cricket hasn't. Because he
Yes,
hasn't
but if
played.
he's a cricket, he's playing cricket.
We don't know how good he is in Test cricket because he hasn't played.
If you are doing well at white ball cricket,
Yeah.
then it means you're in good touch and you will do well at the Test cricket as well.
No, it doesn't mean that. It's not automatic that a white ball cricketer will do well in Test. Different setup. But I hear you. You're like,
A lot of the good white ball cricketers in the world are also good Test cricketers.
the West Indians are not necessarily follow the same script. But I hear you, Papa.
You know, we have been separating our players, you know.
Yeah.
When you start playing white ball cricket, although you are doing well, you are listed now as just a white ball
player. Is the white ball players that separate themselves by not making themselves eligible to play Test cricket. Them now play the 4-day competition, so them now.
No, they have, some of them have made themselves said they are available, but they are not selected.
Tell me which one of these white ball specialists really want to play Test cricket.
There is Ralston Case.
No man, you wouldn't call. Remember, Ralston has played 20 at Test matches before, so we're not like him.
There is Shai Hope. Is willing to play Test cricket.
No, the last tour to Australia. You see that tour where Shamar, Shamar Hole take the bag of wicket and withdraw the series.
You mean
Shamar
Joseph.
Joseph.
Yeah.
That series in Australia, they had called She Hope to go at that series. You know?
Yes.
She Hope said no, we can't bother with that.
But since that, he has been willing to play Test cricket.
No, he has not played in the Test cricket season. So he never went to England, never went to Pakistan. He has not been on this Test team. I am not sure that he's going to be available live. So my question.
Anyway, I am picking Ralston Case, and I would, if for the vice captain, I would pick if he gets in, that is John Campbell, because there's no certainty that he will make the side.
No, there's no certainty that Ralston Chase will.
Ralston Case, he picks himself, man.
He does.
He can do the bowling. He can do bowling, and he's a useful batsman.
I don't know if his selection is automatic. Remember, he has not played Test cricket for 2-3 years, you know. So how can you say a man who was not picked for 2-3 years is an automatic selection?
But Orville, look at a player like Louis or a player like Hodges.
Yeah,
they are not in Ralston Case class, you know. This is way above them, you know.
Listen to the point I'm making all the time. I'm not saying that he won't be picked.
Yes.
Listen to the argument.
Yes.
He has not played for 3 years, I think since 2022 or 2023. For you to now say he is an automatic selection, you have to understand what the word automatic means.
Yes.
You can't be an automatic selection to a squad that you haven't made for 2 years.
But looking at the team, the people who are there now, you have to say that.
You're not going to get to that.
Anyway, look here.
All right.
The other candidates, Greaves is promising, but he's quite green. Yeah. And the wicket-keep has only played one series.
Yeah, Tevin Imlach.
So there we are. He's the most experienced man, so you have to give him the job.
If them give Rastan, I wouldn't ball neither.
Yes. No. Now, I am noticing that the number of players Jamaica is getting on that West Indies team is getting lower and lower.
Yeah.
And in fact, if John Campbell doesn't get in, we won't have anybody on the test team, you know.
Maybe Brandon might squeeze.
Because Brandon King should be there, but because of the mindset of the West Indian selectors, they won't say he's a white ball cricketer.
We don't know. Remember, it's Darren Sammy, the coach, now, and him go and pick him team. You know? So we don't know yet.
No, they don't have selection committee. Yeah?
No, man, them done with selection committee. You know?
Oh, Sammy going to do it?
Sammy are the man.
Oh,
Sammy will decide which man he pick.
But it's worrying that we don't have Jamaican players now knocking at the door.
Yes.
Beside King now. I don't see any Jamaican player you could say this man deserve to be considered, you know.
I agree.
And it goes back to what we are doing at the grassroots level.
Yeah.
That we are now neglecting to do anything about cricket at the grassroots level. When the Jamaican Cricket Board has to pick an under 15 team, I want to know where they're going to get these players from.
But we do have an under 15 team.
But where they come from?
Then few little youth around the island we still are playing.
But then you have such a small pool.
But you know why we have such a small pool?
There's no cricket. There's no cricket at all in the primary school where you could.
You know why there's no cricket in a vast amount of primary school?
There's no competition there for them to play.
You know why there's no competition?
Well, you tell me, sir.
Lack of passion amongst young.
Lack of passion?
Yeah.
No, I want to find out now.
Think simply now.
How did you arrive at that? How did you arrive at that? What is the size of your sample? There are hundreds of primary schools throughout Jamaica. And you are now making a sweeping statement.
You believe that youngsters
there,
you believe that youngsters in Jamaica are passionate about cricket like they used to be 30 years ago?
But then you have to introduce it and get them interested. You can't sit by and say, well, just throw up your hand in the air
I'm not
and
saying
well, we give up.
I'm not saying you must throw up your hand. But you can't get youngsters interested. Youngsters, you don't get them interested. You put it in front of them and hope they get interested.
But that is not the reason why they stopped sponsoring cricket at the primary level.
No, man, that's
the reason. No.
That's exactly.
You don't have a sponsor now.
That's exactly the reason. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Is that so? I've never seen that anywhere. I'm hearing it for the first time.
You know why we will always have a sponsor for champs? And D Cup and Manning Cup. Tell you why.
Yes.
You know why we will struggle to have sponsorship for hockey in Jamaica?
It's not a major sport.
You know why it's not a major sport?
Well, not many people play it.
Thank you very much.
But tennis
but we will have sponsors for champs next year. You know that. And the other year. And
you'll never be short of that.
And the number one reason is?
Yes.
Good.
Well, the passion.
Thank you.
But no, cricket is one of our major sport. And we have to somehow ignite back that passion, bring it back somehow.
You can't ignite passion. You can try, but you can't be sure. That's all I've been saying for 10 years on this program.
Well, I wonder if that's the case in the other territories where there's no cricket at the primary.
I'll leave you with this whole time because we're running to the break.
Yes.
Part of the problem with creating passion is that when we were at the top, we didn't create passion as administrators. It was a given.
Yes.
Now that the passion is gone or going, administrators can't recreate. Because they didn't do it. They weren't the ones who started it in the first. But we'll leave it there. We pick
all right,
this up.
sir. Thanks very much, sir.
On Monday. We'll take the break. We will be back.
Bye-bye.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich. West Ham have yet to decide on Mikel Antonio's future at the club, as boss Graham Potter acknowledged the striker is in a unique situation. Antonio has not played for the Hammers since he suffered a broken leg in a car crash in December, but is out of contract in the summer. Jamaican international had surgery after the accident in Essex and spent more than 3 weeks in hospital. However, West Ham's all-time leading Premier League scorer with 68 goals from 268 games has since returned to light training. That is Sports in a Minute. Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. D'Angelo Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal. Fosrich financing.
Are you ready for something mega? Spend $6,500 or more before GCT. Drop your entry in the box and you can win a 2025 Hyundai Tucson. It's the Mega Wheels 2 promotion. April 5th to September 28th. Second prize, a $50,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Third prize, a $30,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Brought to you by Hyundai, Red Stripe, Heineken, True Milk, Reigns, Walker's Wood, Downing, CPJ Daiquiri, and Carryburst Juice Concentrate. Only at Megamart. Locations island-wide. Megamart, best value by far. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Rating Gaming and Laws Act.
Something good. Hey, joins me, Jermaine Morgan, popular known as Brother Frisco, on Omega Radio Thursdays and Fridays from 5 p.m. through to 9 inside the Praise the Lord show, and Saturdays and Sunday morning from 6 a.m. through to 10 a.m. inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio show. Tune in and be blessed. You can't afford to miss this show with Brother Frisco on your radio. Watch God.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Let me make the point. To Badger's point, I was thinking about Badger's concern is that the stadium is tonight might be overflowing with people. So he wants a central location for people to come pick up tickets. So you print 5,000 tickets. What if, because he's concerned about the demand, 10,000 people?
The first 5,000 would
no, the same chaos we matter about.
Oh,
that's what that matter gate.
I mean,
what would stop it from happening at the ticket outlet for the 5,000 free tickets?
I think it's two different situations. So if you say you pick up tickets at the GFF is a location that is already controlled. There's an entrance. People would have to enter.
So we wouldn't pick them up at the stadium?
No. You would have to pick them up prior to getting to the stadium. That's the point by Joyce.
At one place or
you could have multiple locations. And
what is to say we won't have chaos at these multiple?
It is less likely that you'd have chaos in that scenario.
Remember, these places are not secure now.
Fine, but in that scenario, it's less likely to have chaos than at the actual venue itself.
I think it's the very opposite.
No.
I think, let's say we have 5,000, but we tell people, say 500 of those tickets, pick them up at Omega. And when we look out at gate, we say 1,000 people.
Less likely, that can happen, but less likely to be problematic than everybody converging at the stadium.
With security.
Yeah, think about it. In fact, a reasonable way.
Like Omega with birds.
But you'll be giving Omega a subset of the 5,000.
But me talk about the chaos, auntie.
Yeah, man.
So Bertie out again.
Yeah.
Poke Bertie, him one, without even a ratchet on it.
Yeah.
And you say Bertie, me have 500 tickets.
Mm-hmm.
I announce it on the radio, say
ticket locations are
X. Omega.
Yeah.
1,500 man turn out again. What got?
It's less likely to be problematic. And I'll tell you why. One of the reasons why. If I know that I can just go to the stadium without anything, I might very well just turn up. If I know that I have to go to Omega to get a ticket and then to go to the stadium, only those who are committed to that process will go through that process. Understand the difference.
So the man who wants to go to the game, him now go come Omega, come pick up the 500 ticket.
No, understand the difference.
Yeah.
She and the old lady will walk into anything that's free. Right? However, if they have to go through a process where they have to go at specific location, get a ticket first, and then find them way to the stadium, yeah, but it really eliminates every and anybody converging on the stadium all at the same time. It eliminates that, and it gives
I'm talking about the security.
There's less risk with having multiple locations where you can pick up a ticket before going to the event. In fact,
than at the event.
Yes, in fact. One way of solving that problem would have been to issue tickets to each team. You have 4 teams playing today.
Yeah.
If you say each team, we're going to give you 500 tickets.
Yeah.
That's one of 500 fans. That's 2,000 tickets covered already.
Right.
The capacity is 3,500. The next 1,500, you can pick up a ticket at various locations. you know already that is 5,000 is your full capacity, and that is the
these
maximum.
other locations, if people turn up, but you don't want chaos.
It will.
Me prefer the chaos that stadium than out of
You're crazy. You're crazy, man. You're crazy.
We don't have no systems in place.
No.
For birthday out of gate.
No.
Anyway,
no chaos. But I want to break a little quick thing before we go to the caller. So the World Athletics relays are on starting tomorrow. Two things. One good is that Jamaica has actually fielded a quality set of athletes for this event. We know the stories about the last time we had the qualifications and we had a subpar group of athletes. Didn't make the men's 4x4 any at all. Right? This time, however, we see some of the big guns using it as an opportunity to represent the country and to prepare for the World Championships. But on a negative side, the Nigerian and Dominican Republic teams may not be participating in the event due to some visa issues. Apparently, the Chinese government did not issue visas for some athletes who are US-based athletes from the Nigerian side. And a number of those athletes are critical to some of their relay teams. So
what's the reason?
Well, we haven't seen any clear reason behind it. Apparently, there are some diplomatic issues involved, but it is one of those things that we're looking at because the World Athletics relays is the qualification, the precursor to participating.
And there are people not getting
visas.
Right?
Right?
Yeah.
One last quick thing. They have added a new event, which is the mixed 4x100 meters. Remember, they had the mixed 4x4 previously. They have added the mixed 4x1. And I believe that the mixed 4x1 provides a great opportunity again for Jamaica, given our sprint prowess, to add an additional medal to our tally at the World Athletics Championship. So, Jenka people, this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, World Relays. Watch out for it on your TV.
Well said. All right. Next one, Miss B. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Watch it. Oh, Nadi. Preacher, what go on?
QC. What's
yeah, man, big up yourself no QC.
Badger, I'm a friend, you know. Badger spend 12 minutes on the phone and you go and come back on a break. And I talk for 7 minutes about you think about what Badger I try to say. At 90 minutes at Badger you calling.
I apologize profuse.
Remember the people are driving, you know, and the service I kick you out, you drive and I call, you the kick off and I try back. Remember the people that just sit down in the proper. People are drive, mobile and I call. They get kick off enough time off it. Spend a long time to call back. But what may I say is that remember me bring up the argument, I show you say I the guru for ear news. Remember me tell about the West Indies selection thing in terms of the interview. You remember say me first come and tell you, man?
I vaguely remember.
That I used to say I would call Andrew.
Yes. I remember.
I show you say anytime I cover the news, you have to listen to me. You know?
Then who say me not listen?
You know the other news that I tell you about, I can't talk about it.
Yes. But who say I don't listen? I don't believe.
All right, you are going now.
Yeah.
Me come to kill one little argument. Me your old timer. 2 times I come on the program and say, no, grassroots cricket not play. And that is a lie. Last year, 8 parishes play primary school cricket. I don't know which part him live, and I don't care which part old time I want to live. At least 8 parishes play primary school cricket last year.
No, man, you know when a man say primary school cricket play, you know mean nobody know primary anywhere, man. The man don't mean it that literal.
No, but that's the news. He not have no understand what about cricket.
No, man, it is obvious that primary school cricket is not what it used to be.
No.
You think the man believe no little boy and play that no primary school
no Orville. You know why you interpret your old time. The man specifically say no primary school cricket is not playing. So where the under 15 team come from? Obviously, he don't understand that Jamaica have an under 15 cricket team, but just come off at 2 December. He doesn't have a clue what is happening in cricket.
No, I'm not going to make it the whole time.
No, but him asked, all right, so why you never tell him that there's a Jamaica under 13 team when him asked which part the under 15 team I come from?
No, the Jamaica under 13 team, there was a one-off experiment last year. But here's what I send them up.
What do you mean one-off? You know, it's a bilateral series of
QC, all the while. Before last year, there was not a Jamaica under 13 team. Last year, Trinidad invite where I want like a one thing. I will send an under 13 team somewhere for the very first time and I December. And them youth there. But here's what I say, man. When a man said no cricket now playing a primary school in Jamaica, I don't mean no youth now playing nowhere, brother.
Orville, it's more than 60% of the parishes that I play. A man cannot say no cricket now play. Rubbish.
QC.
And just for your information.
QC, there used to be a national primary schools competition. Carib Cement. What has happened? And why?
Orville, more than 8%, more than 8 Paris are player. But JC.
Well, man, but you know, answer what I ask you well again. There used to be.
About the current situation.
Here is the question.
Can't tell about the past.
Here is the question.
At least.
No, but I know the past. May I ask about why is it that we don't have a national all-island primary schools cricket competition the way we used to have back in the day?
I don't know.
Well, me know.
At least 9.
But you don't know, but me know, you know.
But me, I tell you, last year, all time I tell you cricket now play.
You know what the man?
Over 9 parishes play primary school. A primary school league start Monday I come. Which me tell you for cover. Me can't talk that on the radio. Which me tell you for cover at the last. The cricket gears them there, me yard. Me I carry them go back.
Jesus, you see, of course there are selected places in Jamaica where primary school are play. Nobody can tell us in no primary school now play against the next primary school.
People make it so like no cricket now play. No primary school league now play nowhere. So they make it so.
No, man. Oh, God. National level, it is not happening.
To be truthful, Orville, as some people make it sound, more than 9 parishes are play primary school cricket.
All right.
So me don't want to look like no cricket, that no grassroots cricket not played. Everybody has to start a grassroots. Like nothing in a grassroots, which is a lie.
All right, sir.
Right? After the competition is done, we are start Monday. Windalco, a sponsor of primary school, St. Catherine League, next 3 weeks. So me don't want to get a part of the grassroots cricket not playing.
Then see, QC,
Yeah.
you sound like you have a lot of knowledge of what's going on at that level. I think it behoves you then to use the platform to come and highlight more of these things.
QC run up I think about Portmore.
Yeah, man.
Portmore is one place.
But preacher, I told Orville.
That is Portmore. Tell me the primary school competition down at Westmoreland.
Yeah, fair, JB. Me just contact him and tell me what name. I don't remember what name. It's an in-sport sponsored league.
Tell me, you're saying that every parish, every school, every primary school in Westmoreland have played a primary competition?
It no matter if we have any Caribbean sponsored Orville, every school now go play.
Then that may say to your big man, there's limited participation. You prefer him say that?
Every school never used to play the Caribbean League, but it was all island. So the argument we have to
no, but there was far more than there is now.
Yeah, I can agree with that. But
then not that the man mean when him said the youth them now play. Then QC, when me come on the radio and say, boy, the youth them now play cricket, you know, me wrong because some youth still play.
I can't tell you all time I mean. In fact, it's not playing.
All right, QC. You're being very technical.
No,
so we are working with you.
I saw the program yesterday, you know.
I said if
you set the precedent for the program, yeah.
Right. They blame me very thinking at the sun. All right, QC. Cricket and play in primary schools.
All right,
good. You prefer me saying that. All right, cool. So that's my very technical friend. So cricket is playing. We must say cricket are playing. Our cricket are playing or something. We'll take a break. We'll go back.
Paul, I need help with my vehicle cost this year. It's going through the roof. You think I should call Keith?
You're mad. Don't you want a system that easy for you?
Yeah, man.
You want the best price boat here too?
Yeah, man. I bet you want real-time alert and island-wide coverage. Yeah, man. So the smart choice is Hawkeye.
They will give you a free 30-day trial.
Yeah, man.
Hey, tell me something. You ever say anything but yeah, man?
Yeah, man.
Just say yeah, man to Hawk Tracker from Hawkeye. Call us at 926 Hawk. Conditions apply.
Can't even no, without you holding my hand.
Praise the Lord. Greetings and salutations to all of our wonderful, wonderful friends all over Jamaica. Listen, this is Dr. John Wayne Manning from Omega Church and Omega Radio. It has always been my dream to establish community work here in Jamaica. Television, church, humanitarian work here in Jamaica. And as you know, we have been doing the radio since 2022. The time has come that we're calling all helper, kingdom-minded citizens, putting together this team in Jamaica. We're looking for helpers, kingdom-minded helpers from hospitality, humanitarian, administration, coordination, media for television and radio production. If you're looking for more and you'd like to be a part of this team from Omega Center, Jamaica, I'd like you to give me a call. 876-204-9356. If you'd like to do more, serve more, this is for serious leaders that really, really want to make an impact in the life of our fellow Jamaicans for the Lord Jesus Christ. Text me at that line, and a member of my US team or European team will reach out back to you. Thank you and God bless you. I hope you're ready to serve. Text me at 876-204-9356. A member of my team will reach out to you expeditiously to expedite this help. Omega Center Jamaica local team invitation. Be a part of it. Let's change Jamaica and make Jamaica great again.
Down on my knees, on my knees, I've learned to stay.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, we're going to come to the texters in a bit, but we'll go back online. Hello.
Orville.
Yes, sir, P.
Yes.
Medea
About
with preacher.
grassroots cricket. Do you remember Kingston was used to a competition?
Yeah, I think they still do. Yeah.
All right. And you remember Charles Simpson, when they play the Port World competition, he said two of the little youth them who play something. Because you broadcast one of the match one time, you know.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Yeah.
It was grassroots cricket, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know if them still play Kingston Wow.
Yeah, I think they still, yeah, preacher is confirming. Yeah. They still do.
Yeah.
All right, what's that call about? No, Edmeyer. Them drop him from the last touring team.
Yeah, he was part of the last ODI squad. He's no longer.
All right, let me tell you. I was the first person to tell you, say, this wicket keeper, in my choice as this keeper.
Yeah.
Right? Now, them have a panel people, the interview to be captain for the rest of the side, right?
Yeah. So we are learning.
Edmeyer, right?
Mm.
Right? They could include him because he is the last youth cricket competition. He was the skipper, you know. Remember?
Yes. 2016.
So the point is, why them drop him? Them in can't recall, you know, because him somewhere as a matter of fact, he was in the business and the whole people them somewhere in the very interested to play for West Indies cricket. Play West Indies, and the man come back and play. So me figure more they say as a more experienced skipper. Him should be one of the six.
Hetmeyer is not.
Yeah, because
then nothing Hetmeyer can make the test. Or them not.
No, well, most of them guys they can't make one swallow doesn't make a summer because the wicket keeper guy who then drop, right?
Yeah, but at least them man, you see the man where them pick where them have on the six where Andrew tell about. All of them man they have played 4-day cricket over the years. Hetmeyer them not really.
Yeah, but Hetmeyer play too. I mean, not talking 4-year cricket, you know. But if he was amongst the six, might be when I come back.
No, man, there's a big might be. You're shooting at the dark, you know. I
drop him, you know. And not a matter saying decline, then drop him.
No, man, but they have told Hetmeyer, we want you to play test cricket. Just show some interest. They want no interest in test cricket.
They don't tell Hope say not this side, you know what I play?
Yeah, but me don't know if Hope are going at the test team either. Because Hope, them call Hope to play test and Hope said we can't manage a red ball. So. By the way, me win the argument there, you know. But me I tell them, say Hope, not ready for test cricket. When them pick Hope to go Australia, Hope say, me, test cricket? No, right now. Not right now. I work for me.
Anyhow, the other 5 can't stay home. The wicket keeper, the white guy there, I play. I skip on the side.
Joshua De Silva. Joshua De Silva.
De Silva? Yeah, man.
Yeah, well.
The man, the Pala farm next to none, man.
Sir P, the current wicket keeper, who captains Guyana.
Yeah.
You're saying De Silva is going to come in and replace him as the wicket keeper because he's the captain?
Just a second. Because De Silva was not in the farm, you know. As a matter of fact, he was the vice keeper, and then drop him.
Here's what makes this very interesting.
Joshua De Silva return now. The two of them make runs, you know. The two of them make runs, and De Silva now start walking. And
no, man.
I have never seen a man come back so.
Josh doesn't open in Anyway.
Interesting.
Always stay now, Miss B. Are you want to do some text? We could do some text. All right, cool. Ready?
Text message.
It's now time for text messages on the sports desk.
Good afternoon again, gentlemen. I think the point Badger is trying to make is while there will always be the possibility of stampede due to the free admission, printing tickets will help in the mitigation, and as Preacher so eloquently explained it, also helps as it relates to spectator indemnity, just in case of any unforeseen incident should occur that may result in any injury or serious bodily harm. That person I can write.
Yes.
Listen to the grammar. I love it. I like when, hey, sometimes I'm on Facebook and see someone that cuss me. And I'm like, how do you cuss me? And you can't spell so right. And your grammar all over the place. Make them cussing, you know me. But you say if a man cuss me and so and so, Mr. No man, if you can write this well, then me clearly think your mind is at a certain level. So me take your criticism. But when a man can't spell and him grammar all over the place and him cuss me, it's difficult to take it.
You're more interested in the form than the substance.
Yeah, no, but when a man write like this, I say, yeah, that brother, me you must say, and I will give it a listen. Well said, my boss, and the point well. Anyway, good afternoon, Mr. Higgins and Preacher. A deficiency of leadership on the island in every facet of life has led us to where we are. Cricket just happens to be one of its victims. Let's discuss this in a serious way and see if our contribution will make a difference. Dedicated listener person. Again, proper.
Well written.
Well written. People will not blame me for this. You know? Yes, just like how a man say, like how Badger said, is a security man, so he sees security in everything. I am an English teacher. I spent 3 years with a woman named Mrs. Minor and them people. We look at diction, I look at grammar, when we have to get up and speak. But hey, there was a course in college, 10 seconds, called literary criticism, which has the highest feeling rate in the entire college. I know chemistry, nor bio, nor add maths and something there.
Wow.
Literary criticism, where you look at a passage and sometimes Miss Minot would say, what does the writer mean when she uses this word? And you never did that when the person writes. Or why was this word used and not this word? So, and we used to struggle. Sometimes we think we do well. We do well away for it.
True.
And the first year, when we don't understand something.
English, they say, is the most difficult language to study
so when
and
teach. So when I look at the written words now, it does something to me. It's like how a man with a music, like I can listen to Sasko and just listen to composition.
Yeah, man.
And it excites me.
Brilliant.
The way they're writing. Yeah.
The mind.
That's something.
Amazing.
Yeah, it appealed to me. Which is one of the reasons why I Sasko. It's a youth you can write.
One of the best in the business.
And that is one of the reasons I'm rate you. Because
I'm humbled.
Me just think Preacher one of the brighter youth me know. Anyway, Orville, Badger raised a very important thought. No, Badger raised a very important and thought-provoking point that I think you're looking at with scant regard. The JFF and by extension the PFJL has potentially exposed itself to significant liability issues. Why do man them sounds so whenever the same man I write all of them? While their intention to address the fallout from last night's unfortunate events is commendable, such as declaring that today's stadium entry is free of charge, they must still remain mindful of the crucial need for crowd control and risk management. One person write all of them. The absence of clearly cut. Yeah, so you think kind of long, but I get the point. People think Badger.
It was a good point. It was a good point.
All right. Big tune by Jai Kingston. Glad Preacher know a good tune. Anyway, this is for Preacher. Do consider a manager who has spent $750 million on 31 players in 6 years, been to one final and scoring only 2 goals from 8 semi-final games, a successful manager.
Context matters. His success is relative to what he has to compete against. You're talking about Arteta, and Arteta has competed against a Pep Guardiola, and he has competed against a much better Liverpool team. Those are the only 2 teams that have finished ahead of him in the last few years.
All right. We must also remember that Da Silva wasn't dropped under Sammy's reign. He can easily call him back to be captain, especially after his rich vein of form with the Baton Regional Cricket. Well, this is true. He was dropped when Andre Cooley was the coach. Preachers, Garvey is too technical. An opinion was valid. Garvey is too technical. An opinion was valid by Euclid. Garvey's opinion is not the standard we judge others by. Boston was missing shots they normally make. Garvey, you're wrong again. Garvey and Chateau wants a monologue. They don't want their intellect to be challenged. It's the same person listening up.
No.
Preacher saved the day by being balanced. Orville just don't want to lose no argument. Not to badge you. All right. I didn't know that badge and I had an argument. Question. The first game was being played up until the 35th minute before the lights went out. Wouldn't that have meant that the ambulance had already been cleared before the game started? That means the ambulance was not a factor in the stopping of the game. The ambulance was actually blocked by the Sportsmax's cameraman's car. I never tell anybody that the blocking of the car is what stopped the game. I never said that because the game did start and the lights. But I'm saying while the lights were off.
Mm-hmm. That occurrence became a problem.
Then when the man them come off of the field now and the game stop and the man them sit down and warm up, the announcer kept asking for the ambulance, for the car to be moved in front of the ambulance. So me never tell nobody say, the ambulance stop the game. I was saying even if the referee wanted to restart the game, it would have been challenging because there was somebody in front of the ambulance.
Okay.
Do you see something that, Mr. P? Badger is not you alone know about security work. I could take the break. We're coming up.
Go straight to Western Sports for all your track and field needs, like spikes, high jump equipment, throwing implements, hurdles, not to mention your team tracksuits, running tights, vests, and shorts.
The time by Western Sports, the sports people, is
3 o'clock. Are you interested in working in media? Well, this may very well be your chance. Omega Radio is seeking persons to fill the positions of receptionist, traffic coordinator, accountant, and sales executives. If you think you have the right attitude and the drive to be a part of this team, then WhatsApp or call 876-204-9356 or email us at omegaradio@theomegachurch.com.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, the Yaba song plays on a Friday evening this time. But let me just get out the last one. Badger is not you alone know about security work. You always pick out something out of an argument to make a point. Like you're that smart. Why must they take up extra cost to print 5,000 tickets? He's the worst caller of the year.
Stop it, man.
No,
Come on.
I know at least one call of the year that makes far more Bramble points than Badger. I'm calling him. But I don't think Badger is the worst caller of the year. There's at least one more people that chat far more rubbish than Badger.
This point that Badger made today was not a bad point.
Not a bad.
And people in the security field may see the value in it more than people who don't have that lens.
As a matter of fact, there's one more dust coming in. Anfield 189 here. Finally, Badger made a solid point. Anyway, so Badger, you have two people saying diametrically opposite things about you. All right, so we take the Yaba selection now, brought to you by the Yaba selection or by the Yaba people, Mr. Steins and the crew. And this one is number 4 on the album. It's called Tomorrow Night, Anne Marie.
Tomorrow night will be our night for loving. Yes, tomorrow night will be our night for love. I'll hold you close and tell you that I love you. squeeze you tight and tell you of my love. Yes, tomorrow night we'll be all night together. Tomorrow night we'll be on time for love. Tonight it's just a dance, a touch of less romance to follow. Pretending we're just friends until we meet again tomorrow. Tonight it's just a dance, a touch of glass romance to follow. Pretending we're just friends until we meet again tomorrow. Tomorrow night will be our night for loving. Yes, tomorrow night will be our time for love. And so tonight I'll hold you and I'll lose you. But tomorrow night, that's all I'm thinking of.
All right, so that's tomorrow night, Anne Marie. That's our final selection for the day. Preacher has run out. So we big up Preacher for spend the time he did, giving the kind of quality analysis that he comes with. All right, we go back online. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'll go on. Big up yourself.
What's up, my boss?
Yeah, man.
Leon.
I'm big up Preacher too, you know?
No, Preacher does run
Yeah,
out.
man.
Mm.
You know, we don't kill great man, we build great man.
Yeah, man. They know our thing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I want to big up people about School Hill at St. Mary. Yeah, man.
Up where?
School Hill, a little place name.
One place named
Lancaster,
School
yeah,
Hill.
Leon, around that place.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, me never listen to the program from the beginning, but you did yesterday IPL cancer.
Yeah. Then postpone it for a week.
When you say that?
Yeah.
Oh, it was for a week.
Yeah, it's a week we here.
Okay, because I thought it was canceled. What cancel mean?
Cancel
mean?
mean
Postpone. Me cancel.
Well, me here postpone.
Cancel mean done. How we are done with, you know?
Yeah. I'm postpone mean you put it off till later.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
You know, but it's for sure. So we live in a real world, and real world event affects sport.
Yeah. What I'm reading, IPL suspends. India suspends IPL for a week.
Okay, that I cancel me say. Our site, I think our BBC site that I read.
All right, cool.
Or one of them.
Well, I'm looking at another site where said them suspended. Yeah. Anyway, go on.
Yeah. No, may I say, yeah, man. So real life. That sports how we run to. We left like that behind, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We come out, yeah. And then here, some of the players them make some what you call political comments.
Yeah. Like what?
You know.
Like what?
No, me so call him lick out a sound.
Oh.
And yeah. Cause you know man, well, he may probably have to the face of one of the faces of the Indian cricket.
Yes, true.
Them I support the armed forces. And there's no fuel, nobody stuff. That's low it.
I tend not to follow them political thing.
Because if the Pakistan player them now say same thing. You know? Our game kind of mash. It don't mash up to our way already because you see Pakistan has keep them big dance and India take away the south. Care for them yard.
What do you mean by that?
The other day thing will go on. When India never go to Pakistan and
yeah.
Keep the final outside of Pakistan and all kind of something.
Yeah.
We never pretty, you know?
Yes, agreed.
Yeah, man. So that is that. Another thing, we hear a report. You remember in I think it was last year when the T20 that keep in the Caribbean and Jamaica never put out a bid. So me a report after how much the other territories them gain. You hear that?
I've heard. I've not seen it myself, but I haven't taken the time to look.
So most of the people matter they gained, right?
Yeah, what they were them have our economic benefits or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And then well, I was on the side that said we should left that alone when the vice bid. Jamaica wasn't supposed. Well, as far as taxpayer dollar, not forgot towards no cricket. That's my thinking. I mean, you can help with the infrastructure, but I think cricket should take care of itself. You know, that's what my stand.
What is your stance now?
Well, we might never did gain, but we never lose. Jamaica, we in Jamaica.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't lose a dollar, did we?
No. But did we miss an opportunity?
But didn't Jamaica lose in the 2007?
Well, I mean, mere conflicting stories about that. So I don't want to even get into that. I don't know.
Right.
And I don't know how you quantify whether we lost or not. Did we get back what we spent? Probably not.
Because remember to that big issue on this program.
Yeah, whether we get back what we spent. But there's some relics like the Trelawney Stadium. I don't know how you quantify because that stadium is there.
Because all right. In terms of tax dollar now, it would directly, you know, if I take up $1 million government spend, we could have spent somewhere, don't it?
Right.
But then you have to say you gain $3 million. And then you have to say where? Or you come by that. So the money you spend easy for measure, don't it? Money where you claim to get.
Yeah.
It can be manipulated, not true?
The term was economic impact. I'm not sure what that means.
Right.
Yeah, but when we like Barbados, them said they made so much millions from the economic impact.
In my thinking now.
I don't know quite sure that.
I just think the government should use tax dollar to deal with poor functions of government, you know?
All right.
Cricket rich enough to take care of cricket.
All right.
That's what I think.
I don't know if it's rich enough in the region.
But primary school kids and high school and community cricket, by all means. But by the time you get to professional grade cricket and world grade cricket, enough money is there to do what they do. Not sure.
I don't know. So enough money is there to do what?
I mean, by the time you get, by all means, invest in community cricket, even club cricket at what we call senior cup cricket.
Do we have enough money?
The government tax are going at that. Primary school, they grassroots. But by the time you reach to the point where professionals earn millions, government doesn't touch that with a long straw, man.
I hear you, boss. I hear you. I'm not going to contest,
yeah, man.
But we're going to leave it there.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself, yeah?
Cool. Yeah.
Man, cool.
All right. So we're coming. The program today sound like it feels short, you know. 615-2841. What do we do, Miss B? We're coming with the next one. 615-2841. We'll take the break. And then we'll catch up with the callers on the other side.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Whether you are redecorating your home, looking for a gift idea, or simply feel for some retail therapy, Asden Supercenter is the place to be. Regal Plaza Kingston and Linston, we have it all. From linens and curtains to appliances and cookware, furniture, rugs, and wall decor. It's everything for your home and more.
Asden Supercenter, we're gonna make you smile. Make you smile. Asden Supercenter, it's a lifestyle.
Paint with Sherwin-Williams. Sherwin-Williams, putting more color in your life.
The temperature by Sherwin-Williams is...
It's the biggest Black Friday sale ever, and you don't want to miss it. November 25 to 29. Save up to 50% off store-wide at Quartz and Quartz Optical. Mind-blowing deals on furniture, appliances, electronics, homeware, Christmas decorations, outdoor and frames. Visit Quartz Ready Cash and get $10,000 Quartz voucher when you take a loan of $80,000 and over on 24 months credit. Quartz Black Friday weekend sale. November 25 to 29. Up to 50% off store-wide. Don't miss it. Conditions apply.
Are you interested in working in media? Well, this may very well be your chance. Omega Radio is seeking persons to fill the positions of receptionist, traffic coordinator, accountant, and sales executives. If you think you have the right attitude and the drive to be a part of this team, then WhatsApp or call 876-204-9356 or email us at omegaradio@theomegachurch.com. Are you interested in working in media? Well, this may very well be your chance. Omega Radio is seeking persons to fill the positions of receptionist, traffic coordinator, accountant, and sales executives. If you think you have the right attitude and the drive to be a part of this team, then WhatsApp or call 876-204-9356 or email us at omegaradio@theomegachurch.com.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, back online. You're ready for us, Ostar? Ostar says he is. We go back online. Hello. Yeah.
Hello, New York.
Diego Ogilvy, the Godfather.
Oh, this is like you never know. Sometimes it's quick, sometimes it's long. Unpredictable.
Yeah.
All right, cricket guru. Couple of things, Hold on now. Come on, go through some of the calls. I heard Baggio call. What did Baggio say that you disagree with or you have a problem with?
I didn't have a problem. I was asking him
move on then.
What would be wrong?
No, if you don't have a problem, we can move on. I heard the conversation. I just wasn't sure because I hear you and him argue some more. I want to argue about.
I didn't have a problem.
You didn't have a problem.
He had a problem with my solution. I never had a problem with his.
Oh, so you interjected a different parameter.
Yeah.
And him had a problem with your parameter that you interjected.
Exactly.
Because what I heard Baggio say makes a lot of sense to me.
I never had a problem with it.
Okay, so that is it. Sometimes you have to let him know, Baggio, I agree with you, but here I am introducing another parameter. So
I did, Diego. I was saying what was wrong with the suggestion that I put up. He couldn't say.
Oh, okay.
All right.
But why you see, Orville, you have to remember, these are the precedents you set,
Which is what?
Because he's talking.
Huh?
When people challenging you, I don't challenge you guys if they're accountants. I don't challenge engineer. I don't challenge doctor. I don't challenge. But then you challenge the big security analyst, man. But
no, it wasn't a challenge. I was asking him to give me the security reasons why my suggestion couldn't work.
No, I'm get it, man. It just sounded that way on listening on the radio, but as I say, it was just a misunderstanding.
All right.
Nick, QC, thank you for clearing that primary school thing for me.
Yeah.
Very good, Precy. I like that when people clear up information for the diaspora.
Yeah.
Now, Mason. Now, before I get to Garvey and my New York Knickerbockers, Mason.
Yeah.
Well, I hear Mason ask Mason a question. Andrew Mason, you're the journalist. Who would you select if you had a choice? Him say Imlach.
Yeah.
And
right journalist that he is, he will just return it back on you, which they always does. Orville. Who would you select? Orville said, I'll wait till Tuesday. So why are you going to wait till Tuesday?
It's a very difficult one for me, Nadia. Honestly, God knows. It's a very difficult one because each candidate when we could have picked, there's a big argument against it. Honestly.
Yeah, but you know for all weekend and everything, you know what is going to change between now and Tuesday.
I'd probably go just for the Silver.
Sorry?
If you put a gun to my head, I'd probably go the Silver.
You go to?
The Silver.
The Silver.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was going to draw a card for you. I said, we know Orville Higgins. He wants to be right, never wrong. So I thought you were going to wait for your inside information when you know who they're going to choose.
No.
Then Tuesday you go on Mason show and sound like a genius.
No, but there you go. The name of me here I call is Justin Greaves. Apparently he has done better in the interview than most. You know them little thing you filter out.
Here you go, Justin. We see, as again, you know, I was maybe in today's world they're looking at the not just cricket but your presentation and your image and as you were saying now, you probably pass the written test.
No, what is something where them put them through psychometrics?
Yeah, he probably passed the psychometrics.
I never hear
so
about that.
For example, no.
Before with West Indies
if that did exist in a Garfield Sobers and Brian Lara days and Viv Richards, you would have a champion. But he said, oh, there's a little noise, a little plane. Orville.
Yeah.
He said there were 6, but I only heard 4. What was the other 2?
So Tevin Imlach, Joshua De Silva, Ruston Chase, John Campbell, Justin Greaves, and what the left arm spinner name? No, man, the other one.
Well, is that Hussein?
No.
Also, it must be Warwican.
Warwican. Jamil Warwican.
But the man who's in the front is the man who you will have is the least automatic pick of the 6.
Which is Warwican, which is Greaves?
Yeah.
No, I don't know if him in front. I don't know if him in front, but you know these things go. Them do them interviews, them do them psychometric, and the word has filtered down that damn, this guy sounds good. And when it reached me, the man must say, Higgins, guess who name we are here so did very well in the interview. The guy named Greaves apparently sounded and the B agents have a way for sound they convince you that them smart. Them sound very bright generally. So that's one of the words coming out.
All right, so you got the Silver. I'm trying to think now, as you say no. Top price, no, you know, when you look at all 6, you know.
Then let me tell you, there you go. For everyone where you could have called, there's a big argument that could go against them.
The one I had, but it's not on the team, was Jason Oda.
Yeah, me did like Jason, but apparently Jason not keen on committing himself them kind of way.
Garvey, knowing my beloved Knickerbockers, Garvey, whatever you're doing right now, Garvey, stop what you're doing and listen. Got to listen to Dago. No, Garvey, I love that you are supporting my Knickerbockers. We have enough haters, so when I get people supporting the Knickerbockers, I love that. And it doesn't matter if it's because of Jalen Brunson, your favorite player, it's fine. But Garvey, let me say it again, because you obviously not. Because you said I'm saying. What did he say that you disagree with Dago with again?
About the defense of the Knicks responsible for their win over Boston.
Okay, so let me help him again. The Knicks has always played defense, gritty, hard-nosed. It's nothing new, Garvey. The Knicks have always played defense, and we get blown out in the past by Boston Celtics. You know why, Garvey? We have a problem defending the trees. Now, it's simple. There's a lot of reasons why we up 2, you know. So we're talking about the main reason, Orville.
Yes.
Always like to be specific. The main reason Garvey, and the listeners out there. When Boston, a 3-point shooting team that has made them win a championship with this is their signature. Everybody shoots the threes in Boston. When you go 2 games and you miss 75, let me say it again, you break a record in the history of the NBA since the 50 years of three-pointers. You're one of the best three-pointing teams in the league in terms of your success. When you miss 75 out of 100 three-pointers, and the Knicks could barely beat you. They beat you by 1 point in the first game, second game, 3 points in the second. But those threes, many of them were open, so it doesn't matter the strategy. It doesn't matter whatever they did. The fact is they were open threes.
That's my argument.
Out of the 75 games. So open threes is all on Boston missing. It's as simple as mathematics. If they made 1 3 or 2 threes, and instead of missing 75, they made 73. Well, come on. Son, you make 25 out of 100 threes in 2 games? That is the main reason, Garvey. People like me, don't get me wrong, I would love for the Knicks to win 4 in a row and Boston continue what they're doing. But you got to be practical.
Well, there you go. When me try to tell Garvey that he says I'm trying to derail him, that I don't know nothing about sport, that him kill me. So better you say it yourself.
No, well, I don't understand what Garvey is saying. He's looking at him. I'm seeing something different from him. But what I'm seeing, I'm giving him the numbers. He's talking about this and that. I'm giving you 75 out of 100.
But he'll tell you that it is the stifling defense why they missed that 75 out of the.
But the threes are open.
Not all of them were, in fairness. But
no, but not all of them. But many. We only won by 1 point. It's not like we won by many points, Orville. So if they made 1 less threes or 1 more threes, they would have won the game.
All right, Diego. Point made. You're preaching
what
to the
about
convert.
those open threes that they miss?
Point made, my boss. Point made.
A simple thing.
All
so
right.
my point is just to conclude.
Yes.
Saying the defense is something we always do. They tweak the defense fine. But Boston still was missing open shots.
A lot of
basketball. You get open shots. When you miss them, the fault is on you.
Diego, no team goes 8 minutes in basketball without a field goal and tell me that that is all about the other team's defense. Nothing can go. You had to be doing something bad as well.
But as you say in those 8 minutes they were missing open shots.
Yes, sir.
Why are they not focusing on the open shots?
They don't rate me. If I did somebody else, if I did G-Star, so that they would have believed. But them think me not understand basketball.
Well, let me use the parallel. The first farmers at Calabar and KC and George's, they can understand, or primary school at Alpha Tree Primary or Manning, wherever they are.
Yeah.
It's like you go to the free throw line, Orville, and you're missing a free throw. You're gonna say it's the defense when they missed the free throw.
Leave it there, Godfather. Have some other.
Open shots.
All right.
Say no more.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Open shots. All right. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
We had you over.
Is who it?
Short man.
Short man. How are you, short?
Yeah, man.
Mm.
Hey, you know, so about you have a point though.
It's not a bramble point. Speak up a little.
The ticket thing helping crowd control, you know.
You know it does.
Because if me not have a ticket, me not gonna turn up there.
Right.
So it means that less people are gonna turn up there for the security and.
Yeah, but I'm saying if the 5,000 tickets are at the stadium, and you tell people say it's the first 5,000 who get the tickets, who will go in? What if 10,000 people turn? Badger doesn't want chaos. But there's no guarantee that there won't be chaos if you tell the people them say turn up and the first 5,000 people are getting.
There's no guarantee because remember the Copa America last year, when Argentina played Colombia up at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami.
Yeah.
them have the best security. Well, may not say the best, but them have very good security in another developed country kind of setting there.
Yeah.
And some people just stand down on the stadium and cause the things have to delay by an hour.
Right. So I'm saying, Badger's
a lot
argument,
of people
print 5,000 tickets and you eliminate chaos. I don't agree. Because if 10,000 people turn up, how do you decide who gets the 5,000?
It's just that out of the full, you can have some people who if they don't have a ticket, they not go. So at least you take off some of the crowd, the half of the.
But when me left my yard now, me say me I go say me want a ticket, and when me go see the booth over here, so with the 5,000 tickets, but I 10,000. What happened?
But if well, it all depends on how them
it comes down now to how security operates.
True.
Which is exactly
but it
the
doesn't
point.
hurt. But it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt.
It not hurt. But I was trying to explain to Badger just what prevents incidents in a stadium. The number one reason is not systems, is not ticket, it's security.
Security.
We'll take a break. Coming right.
Are you ready for something mega? Spend $6,500 or more before GCT. Drop your entry in the box and you can win a 2025 Hyundai Tucson. It's the Mega Wheels 2 promotion. April 5th to September 28th. Second prize, a $50,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Third prize, a $30,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Brought to you by Hyundai, Redstone, Heineken, Truman, Ranks, Walker's Wood, Downing, CPJ Daiquiri, and Carryburst Juice Concentrate. Only at Megamart. Locations island-wide. Megamart, best value by far. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Rating Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Visit the Carpet Store at 18 Dumbarton Avenue for your durable, stylish carpet tiles. Designed to withstand heavy foot traffic and spills. It's simple to install, remove, clean, and maintain. The soft cushioned surface, texture, and myriad colors add that dimension of comfort. A variety of patterns create the perfect solution for your space. Call 876-649-0174. The Carpet Store at 18 Dumbarton Avenue for your carpet tiles, because you deserve the best. It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, D'Angelo Auto Spears and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich.
Tom Latham scored a debut century as Warwickshire reached 364 for 4 against Surrey on the opening day of their county championship Division 1 match. The New Zealand batter Latham struck an unbeaten 139 from 244 balls after Surrey chose to bowl on another belter of a batting pitch at Edgbaston. Robbie had scored 86 against the champions, much changed team, with Ollie Pope, Jamie Smith, and Gus Atkinson having departed on England duty. That is Sports in a Minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. D'Angelo Auto Spears and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal. Fosrich Financing.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right. Back online. Back in line. Hello.
Yeah, man. For the JPL now, you see?
Yes.
The semi-final thing, how them set up the fixtures.
Yeah.
Me I wonder, so if Mobile United get past Tivoli. Them are going to play Mount Pleasant at the next round.
Mm-hmm.
And but Mount Pleasant finish first and Mobile finish third. They should set it in such a way that a second and third play, and then first and fourth play. So it's almost like you give Mobile United a Mount Pleasant to play in the semi, when them really kind of finish third, and them probably should have 2 playing 3.
Tivoli finished how much in the league? You say 6. No, Tivoli finished 6.
I think a 6. Yeah, Tivoli finished 6.
So Tivoli and Moby did finish how much? Third. So they make the quarterfinals. Third playing 6th.
Right. But I look beyond the round now.
Okay. So
maybe should I have now? So let's say the top.
So you agree
4.
with third? You agree with third playing 6th?
Yeah, man. The obvious logic there, so.
Right.
So if it's the same logic.
So if
you should make 1 play 4 and 2 play 3.
Oh, so when third plays 6 now, you get them. You
third end up get 1.
Third would now be number 1.
No, third would end up play 1. Play 1, which is Mount Pleasant.
Oh, I see what you mean.
You understand? So them probably start make 2 play 3 and 1 play 4.
Third, but remember, third play 6th and 4th play 5th. You know? Because remember the number 4 and number 5 teams.
You understand that?
So who should number 4 play?
4 should have played. Me not talk about the quarterfinal round, you know.
No, the semi-final.
Me look ahead to the semi-final now.
Yeah.
And let's say Moby get through, and whomever finish 4th. Who finish 4th? I must say Cavalier finish 4th.
Yeah.
If Cavalier get through, maybe should I have 4, which is Cavalier, playing 1, which is Mount Pleasant, and 2, which is Arnett, play 3, which is Moby.
All right, I hear you. Could have gone that way.
Yeah, man, like that. Oh, Higgins.
Yeah,
what you say? Emancipation Park Sunday again?
Emancipation. Oh, man. Leave it right.
Leave it at that. You keep good company.
Leave it at that. All right,
All right, that's how I read my boss.
Good. Hello. All right, we're coming down towards 4 o'clock, people. At the end of another riveting day. So we're coming down to the end of the program. We still haven't had one person calling and talk about that ambulance issue. If I never want to go to that thing, I joke me, right? No, but that's a serious thing. I would love somebody to call and verify what I said about that vehicle that was in front of the ambulance and how much of a concern that was for we did in Sabina last night. As a matter of fact, I want to tell you something. Where I was in my immediate circle, right? So we were more upset with the constant request by the public's the PR person with the ambulance and the vehicle than with the lights. It was a bigger issue to me. Anyway, back online. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Orville.
Yeah, man. I'm saying one.
Yeah, Wagwan.
Wagwan, farmer umpire, Big David.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Are you still umpire?
No, I did tell you from the last call. Negative.
All right. So the farmer, big umpire.
What's the level of the track now at the stadium?
So far, I think it's still level 2.
Oh, it's gone down from 1.
Yeah, or I don't know if it's gone down, but it will have to be reclassified, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, that next mean President did Mr. Gale?
Yeah.
Did who doing good in the public then? No?
No, he said he hasn't gotten any official confirmation that it has been downgraded. Me not think no official thing coming said downgraded either.
Oh.
Him say he has seen no documentation to suggest that it moved from level 1 to level 2.
So at its present stage now, what is it?
We don't know. Another classification if it come do and then we will know.
Oh.
That is my understanding of it.
When that I go down?
I don't know.
All right, big up yourself later.
I hate that.
Yes, man.
But the man does carry one question. All right, we'll leave it there.
Yeah.
My understanding is exactly that they'll make a decision after the relaying at the track. What level them going to need the track out to be. not before. So the man, when God said he didn't receive any notification that it had dropped down to level 2, him never did say nothing wrong. Him never get it. We go back online. Hello.
Greetings, my brother.
Rastafari.
Ever live it, ever faithful, ever sure. You know what I'm saying?
Big up, sir.
Give thanks and praise and big up all the listeners and callers, both locally and those within the diaspora. You know what I'm saying?
All right, sir.
Give
Big
thanks.
up.
How you?
Not too bad. Can't bad.
How's it done?
Well, I understand him a little bit under the weather.
All right. Well, I wish him speedy recovery.
Yes.
And that his family is in good stead.
Yeah, man.
Respect. I want to throw out something, but not today.
Yes.
Monday.
Yes.
I call and throw out that.
Yes.
And that is how the week starts. So people have more time, we can think about what I'm going to say. All right? But basketball, I'm there now. The Timberwolves.
Yes.
And the Golden State.
Yeah.
In a battle. Not true?
Yeah, man.
The Timberwolves get out LeBron them.
Yes. 4-1.
And LeBron them had a team that possibly could win the NBA. Not true? What you say? You feel so?
Possibly, yeah.
All right.
Yes.
But then them get out. And it was a very hard fought battle though, you know. But
well, they lost the series 4-1. So.
Yeah, no, 4-1. But see, the last game was a very tight game.
Yeah, that went down to the wire. I watched that game.
Yes, man. And I again blame LeBron for what had happened. But I think the timeout that the team called, due to them feel like the guy really get a foul, was a very good call. Because nothing away, you know. You can't let in LeBron them. If you let them in, you don't know where them going to. Because it was 3-1 at the time, you know. And them can still come win back 4-3.
Yep. LeBron came from 3-1 before.
All right. So
Golden
the
State.
earlier you get them out, the better for you.
Yeah.
Not true.
Yeah.
And so said, so done. Well, they are now in battle with the Golden State Warriors. And unfortunately, the main man for Golden State, they're on the injured list. Not true.
Yeah.
All right. Him say him now fight for coming back, but him hope to the team good enough can just go through till him coming forward.
Yes.
Now, for me, I think, you know, the possibility exists that the winner can come from one of them two teams.
Between
Golden State Warrior and the Timberwolves.
Oh, you think so?
Not discounting any of the other teams.
Yes.
Between me and the eye. But me just have that feeling there because so you can get out LeBron, that's a plus. Now, if you can get to Golden State, that's a next plus again, you know.
Yeah.
But if Golden State get you out, I mean, Golden State to me still have that quality, can capture the trophy. Not a must, but I think them have enough ammunition to do so.
Why without Steph, it hard?
Without Steph, agreeable. But to me,
the man them get beaten last night, bad enough. By
yeah, man.
117 to 93. You know.
He was missing.
Yeah, man.
But according to him, listening his interview, him think them have enough ammunition, so can't do it without him until them come back. But I don't know exactly when them going to come back. But I'm not want to force the issue.
No, but what you expect Steph Curry to say? That's not going
Yeah, well, when I mind if him can shoot as long as him wants to, because if him shoot, it's better for the next team. I think an advantage to Timberwolves.
Yes.
You pick me up.
Without Steph Curry, Timberwolves have
if the game start going like at 2 or 3, I'm going to force to come in.
Well, them say a week would probably mean 5 games out of the 7. So
you see me about
they need to win at least one of the next 3.
True.
To ensure that Steph Curry could have an impact if he can only come back game 6 and 7.
That is true.
Yeah.
And it's all in the game, you know.
Yeah, man.
Enjoying everything in the game.
Yeah.
So I wish them all the best between me and the eye.
Yes, sir.
Next point.
Yes, sir.
Christian Thompson.
Yeah.
The last Olympics gone. You know, we have a writer from the Gleaner tell me, say,
what up?
He said, Christian will win the 100 meters in the Olympics and broke the Olympic record. said to him, be careful. We know Kishian fast, but him is a rookie. So him gain have to go learn how to win. The record will come if it come. But him still have to go learn how to win.
Before
Because he can pass and don't know for winning now. Because I have to show me that, don't it?
Yes.
If you pick me up, my brethren.
Yes.
You know, and we see wearing, he lost the Olympic finals through the same thing. And just recently, he lost a race in similar fashion.
Them just never run as fast as they can run here, sir.
That, of course.
If Asafa didn't run as fast as he can run, he would have had gold medal.
And the thing is that, never come and keep that bowler, you know. No, because you bowl fast, you must take a wicket, you know.
No, man, but if you run the best, if Asafa run the best race, he can run it without as a 972, that, you know. 972, I go win a gold medal.
As a runner, man, that's they say under pressure, things can be different.
And it might not, it may prevent you from doing the best. Hold the line, Rascal. Coming back.
Are you ready for something mega? Spend $6,500 or more before GCT. Drop your entry in the box and you can win a 2025 Hyundai Tucson. It's the Mega Wheels Tour promotion. April 5th to September 28th. Second prize, a $50,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Third prize, a $30,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Brought to you by Hyundai, Rextra, Heineken, Truman, Brinks, Walker's Wood, Downing, CPJ Daiquiri, and Carryburst. Choose concentrate. Only at Megamart. Locations island-wide. Megamart. Best value by far. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Rating Gaming and Laws Act.
Visit the Carpet Store at 18 Dumbarton Avenue for your durable, stylish carpet tiles. Designed to withstand heavy foot traffic and spills. It's simple to install, remove, clean, and maintain. The soft cushioned surface, texture, and myriad colors add that dimension of comfort. A variety of patterns create the perfect solution for your space. Call 876-649-0174. The Carpet Store at 18 Dumbarton Avenue for your carpet tiles, because you deserve the best.
Praise the Lord and God bless you. This is Archbishop Wayne Jonathan Manning I from Omega Radio. We'd like to inform the listening audience that effective immediately, KLAS Radio is officially Omega Radio now. You are listening to Omega Radio. Tell everybody, the station where Jesus Christ is the star. God on Sports. Sensible. 89 FM Jamaica. Tell a friend, call a friend, tell everybody.
Saturday is one of the biggest days for sports, and Omega Sports has got you covered. Kick off your morning with the BBC Sports World for 3 hours of comprehensive roundup of various sports, including the English Premier League, from 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Omega Radio, God and Sports. Sensible.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so we're back. We're back online.
Yes, Orville.
Yeah.
Give thanks, my brother.
You were saying?
Yes, man. Kitchen, you know?
Yeah.
Between me and you, I think that brethren have the ability to go very fast.
Yeah, man.
And going very fast, meaning that you can even break records.
Yeah.
And, you know, records were made to be broken. Not true?
Yeah.
Regardless, but it depends on what can break it.
True.
You know? And when we observe this Virginia, I think he has that ability. He is operating on one of the best coaches at the moment. Not true? Or to say the best coach.
Yeah, man.
So, I think it's really up to him to get him team together.
Yeah.
Record is 1, but being a champion is 2.
Yeah.
You know, pick me up.
Yeah, man, pick you up.
And since you saying, you know, says like really kind of inadequate drought. Not just to reach finals, but even to medals.
Yes.
Not true. and I want this youth to learn them craft and learn it well. Because what I know about races in Orville is that if they come to championship races or even reaching a final,
okay,
you think about time,
You think about win?
Yeah, me is the man. Me, I go win this race, yeah. But so fast you want to say you is.
Yeah.
My time will come, but me want to win this race. Because me want to make sure, say, me put my name into the championship enrollment.
All right.
And by doing so, you put Jamaica also back on track. As you know, we are and still is the sprint factory of the world.
The man win this silver medal at the Olympics running 9.7. 9.7 no, 9.77 is in PR. I think you know the run.
Yeah, man, you won 9.77 at the trials.
At the trials.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've something I give away now. Yummy bakery. You eat them something there, Ras?
No, me name it, man.
You name it?
Yes, man.
All right, Yummy bakery just send me a package.
Eh?
And them say, anyway, you can tell me 3 of the products in that basket there.
3 of the Yummy. One of my favorite in a rasta. I don't know if I can remember them products though.
Yeah, man. Just give me 3.
Hey,
man.
remember one them for the basket in a boss.
Yeah.
My God. All right. I make some guess.
Yeah.
3 products, you say?
Yeah.
But you make some nice. They make some nice bulla, rasta.
All right, bulla is what?
Bulla one?
Yes, no, man.
What a mercy on the bag me for you. Hold on there.
Yeah.
Bun, because you said just gone.
Yeah, man.
They must have bun. They have bun in there?
Yes, man.
All right.
One more on your bingo.
One more?
What is name, cat?
All right. Me not eat certain things, but me go call a name because you're me famous for that,
It's what is that?
But I tell nobody so me eat it,
What that?
Hot dog roll.
No hot dog. Hot dog roll. Yeah, no eat this.
Eh?
Yeah, man, no hot dog roll this, man.
I tell you about yummy, man.
Then are you that, man?
My God.
Hungry can't kill you for the balance of me, yeah?
You say, the basket not gonna yam.
Hold on, the cat, what you say? Oh, it's Mother's Day or something. Oh, you may be a crack with some mother. I feel your mother alive, Ras?
No, but my baby mother alive.
But your baby mother alive.
And my empress alive.
Yes, and your empress is a mother. So
yes, man.
Any mother you want to give it to. Courtesy of Omega and Yummy Baker. Big up Yummy.
Enough respect, man.
Yummy does the boy them send something for the sports desk to give it to any
but didn't know something come on.
Eh?
You didn't know something come on.
It looks so because I just know the deal start up. Hold on, Russ. Chat, I go take your number.
All right. That's my pleasure.
All right. So we move to the next one, Big up Yummy Baker for the part of the show. Hello.
Rest of yourself, Brendan. How you do?
Pioneer. How are you, though?
I'm there. Big up Rasputin.
Yeah, man. Rasputin not the boss, man. Yeah, man.
Original. I'm big up Rasputin on the same Brendan. I'm big up a Brendan here, Mr. Dennis Williams, who is a long time Brendan of Rasputin. The man they apparently grew up together up in the Standpipe here up the other part of town.
Okay.
Staying together with them. Mr. Williams is a bridging of meet up in a link up in a creek.
Lift your voice there, plan.
Yeah, man. Big up Mr. Williams and him whole plan.
Yeah.
Brother them and him whole. Together up in a little link up with them and Rasputin. Not so long ago. Yeah. Rasputin, big up yourself. And big up the man that said speak. Right. We had on a couple of things here earlier in the program. Apparently, I hope the preacher would still be there still.
No,
he mentioned the world relief, see?
Yeah.
And the situation with the athletes that not getting visas.
Right.
Then something this is a concern of mine over the years when we see them world events are going. This is not the first time we'll have something like that.
True.
See? And I don't know. China is not normally one of the countries that we kind of here and do this visa restriction thing. Saying, but it get me in the frame of mind. Me think about the next World Cup, which is going to be held in the US, and the next Olympic,
and Canada, and Mexico.
Yeah, but things like the finals and some of the games will be held in the US. Saying, and with the current situation in the US in terms of the current political climate, especially regarding immigration issues.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of made me wonder how this might be a factor affecting teams and athletes who are going to participate in the next.
They can't so rigid with visa and them thing at them time. Not even US and Trump would have.
But look where I see it now in a country like China who have hosted the Olympics in 2008 and the World Championships.
Because the World really is not as prestigious as the World Cup. You see, World Cup football, they may not think the US will take them chance.
Me look and see that with this present administration and this present political climate, me and most want to say we are bound to have issues. Since I watch that with keen interest. So a big thing I hear about your diaries with you about earlier.
Yeah.
I'm kind of agree with Badger. And there's a lot of things. But me hear you say something to him. Me hear that suggest to him say it might be cheaper to hire some security than print some tickets. No.
That one the middle does a shooting at the dark because I really don't.
Yeah, man, no, man. But I mean, to print 5,000 tickets couldn't cost more than about 25,000, and that's probably cost about 2 police officers being there. But separate and apart from that, you'd probably almost suggest a company like the JFF would have tickets somewhere lying around based on past games and them things. Saying and in issuing, I'm kind of agree with Badger, the stance saying, I mean, it's probably something with the JFF never think about or the Premier League people, but it's something to be considered. Saying what it can also do for them. I'm here preacher suggest like allocate tickets to teams and them thing there, and that makes sense. But I would say the stadium is can hold the argument 6,000 people. Then if when we allocate tickets, we realize there's only 3,500 get taken up. Then and if I had an allocation of say for example, 100 or we could say 100 police officers for every 1,000 people or for every whatever. Then I know say we probably don't need as much as those people. So I can use that as a gauge to kind of cut back from a cost same way. So there's a whole heap of advantages.
So you would, but remember when you engage policemen, you have to engage them from the night before. You know gate your watch and then decide how many security you need. You're going to have to make that decision before match day.
In a situation like this, that is a last minute thing. So as me I hear Owen Hill this morning, I said them never conclude them meetings until 12 o'clock this morning. At 12 o'clock, midnight.
12 midnight.
So you kind of figure that most of the arrangements that would be made would have been made sometime today going forward in the course of the day.
Yeah, but with security, you can't look at the crowd that's there and then decide how much security you need. You have to make a pre-match decision.
Yeah, but you can use the take up of tickets as a yardstick for measure.
The take up of tickets.
Come on,
Maybe with Jamaican people, game starts 6 tickets I buy all 5.45.
No, but it's not a field situation this now.
Oh, you mean people will come pick up tickets all 5.45?
Yeah, but me I say then you have a cut-off time, Bridget. All right. But it's one or two things you have. You can have either oversell of today, a free game today, or we can have it's a Friday evening and people too busy to go turn out and you end up with 1,000 people or 1,500 people at the stadium.
All right, Pioneer.
As well as we can end up with 10,000 people in a 6,000 capacity stadium.
Then 10,000 can in there if the police don't want them in there. After the gate full, one radio call to the police at the gate. Don't let you know. Simple. But we want to squeeze one more. The producer beg for somebody. Apparently, a person will hold for a while.
All right, that's it.
Yeah, man. One last 2 minutes. One, it's 2.5 minutes up to 4 o'clock. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. CC,
you have 2 minutes.
All right. So, Orville, in cricket, when the man named the position, the positions get named based off the batsman, right?
Based off where the batsman there.
Yeah, position. Like, for example, point.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's closest to the point at the batter.
Yeah.
But I think cover is where them used to put the covers. So them give this covers. I don't think that get the name off of the batsman. Right?
I don't understand.
The cover position is where them used to put the covers. Back in the days, the cover where them used to cover the pitch thing. Yeah.
Why would the covers that they used to cover the pitch be?
Anyway, look, But we know in general, they give the name after the batsman, after the position of the batsman. So if it is silly basic, silly middle.
And why may they call gully? Why did
Gully,
they call?
all right, so I think gully is the channel, the narrow channel in between slip and
point.
Okay, so in between slip and point, the narrow, because of the channel, the narrow.
All right. What's the point? Remember the time, sir.
Yeah, but the point I'm making is that when they give him those, they have that. What the wicketkeeper, all does the wicketkeeper name derive?
No, the man where keep the wicket, the man where the closest to the wicket, man where keep the wicket.
How you get the name of the bowler?
The bowler, not the man where bowl the ball.
All right, so that's why I said. That's why the other day I was saying to you it's a position because based on the different all them names certain things they name it differently. But anyway, moving on from that.
So the bowler get him name because of him fielding position.
No, that I know fielding position. Me not argue. Remember we passed that a year answer to argument. That about position itself. But anyway, what I was saying to Diego about the whole thing with the Knicks is that I wanted to mention this. Catch and shoot threes are 3-point shots where them pass the ball and you shoot at the same time. You're basically right in early in the shot clock. So it's like you get to your spot, you shoot the ball. However, that is the most efficient 3-point shot that the Celtics took in regular season. But you see in the
Hello?
Yeah, in the normal.
You have 30 seconds in a brother. The team are playing now.
Yeah, may I say in the yeah man, tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, has to be tomorrow. That's it for the end of the program. Thanks to all of you for taking the time to participate. It was the program, was one of those days when we never have too many bramble cards, probably one or two, but for the most part, good show. Intelligent show. Run by an intelligent host. Can always say, it's everywhere. We'll be back on Monday. Enjoy the weekend. Big up to Astar, who look as bright and chirpy as that. And catch you all on Monday.
That's the Sports Desk for today. Remember to tune in and participate on the Sports Desk Mondays through to Fridays 1 to 4 p.m.
Praise the Lord and God bless you. This is Archbishop Wayne Jonathan Manning I from Omega Radio. We'd like to inform the listening audience that effective immediately, KLAS Radio is officially Omega Radio.